When the story seems bold, crucial facts left untold. When the story seems bold,
and here is the fake Italian man.
When Foreman protestes, is pushed to the testes. Ferraro, Signor Ferraro.
That's a good point.
Signor Ferraro. How may I do you service?
How may you do me service, huh? 'Tis the question, is it not? I do hear you offer many different services, huh? Not just in medicine, for you are a dottore of a special kind. One who gives answers to all the problems, see?
Forsooth, 'tis true, Signor. In my practice, I endeavour to treat the whole man. Mind, body, soul, the location of his missing household items. All are connected at a holistic level. I take it this time you are come about a problem that does not pertain to a bodily complaint?
See, this is my mama. She does worry night and day. She say, Riccardo, you must go to the wise man who reads the stars and have him tell you what your future holds. I say, Mama, if it'll make you happy, I will go to Signor Foreman and ask him.
I see. And is there any particular reason for your mother to be thus concerned? Be you faced with some kind of imminent danger?
A particular reason, you say? Nay, signor, she needs no reason to worry. Mia madre is an Italian mama.
Ah, yes, of course.
You see now, huh? She is not like these London mamas who make the children live in a cupboard with the dog.
Well, then mayhap the stars might offer your devoted mother some comfort. What does the future hold for Riccardo Ferraro and his mother?
Okay, this is random. Deception being reversed. Riccardo Ferraro is not being honest, and soon his deceptions may be discovered. My relationship with Signor Riccardo is about to undergo a sudden transformation. Okay. Authority figure, Riccardo Ferraro, education, holds position of responsibility at a learned institution. Young man who turns against his benefactor. A young man who is in a relationship with Signor Ferraro's mother is a hypocrite who will betray her. Will one day inherit an agreeable sum from his mother. Okay. Frugality. Is he the drunk lesbian? Is he the drunk lesbian pretending to be his mum? I am confused. I don't know. Maybe the sun transformation one will reveal who they are.
I am afeard the stars reveal information of a most disturbing nature.
Verily?
Aye. When you first came to me, you did tell me that you worked in trade. And yet my chart very plainly indicates that you are an authority figure, connected with a learned institution over which you hold a position of responsibility. Indeed, it would seem that you are not who you say you are. Do you deny it, Signor?
Oh, sirrah! You would accuse me of calling myself something I am not? Look at you, sirrah, a charlatan who would call himself a doctor. You are naught but a pretender.
Fie, sir! It is you who are the pretender! For 'tis clear you are not the merchant of Venice you pretend to be. Who are you? What is your true name, sir?
You will know it in time, sirrah, for we shall meet again. I bid you good day, Dr. Foreman.
I want you to be a woman. I knew you weren't Italian, but I wanted you to be a woman. I think he took my advice ill. Oh my god, 0. That was the final consultation. I have all the information I need for my report. Sir, it is with much sorrow I write to inform you of the death of my dear wife. No! These 2 days past, her new doctor could not save her, even though he held a medical license and was thus highly skilled. Although you were no longer my wife's doctor, I am grateful for the kindness you have shown Avis over the years. I know she was too. Indeed, she spoke of you in her final words, saying, "Oh, Simon, forgive me, Simon," or something of the like. Doubtless this expression of guilt was reference to a bill for your services she had not yet settled. How like my poor wife to have been thinking of her obligations to others until her very last breath. I enclose with this missive the sum of 1 shilling and beg your forgiveness for late payment. Your most assured friend, William Allen. She died!
We put forward wife with thy tears, for you and David shed good years. Waste no hours on earth and shame. 'Tis time to find someone to blame.
After that lovely letter from her husband, you better not be a dick to him now.
But why did you not let me save you, Avis? Why did you entrust your precious life to another doctor? An ignorant impostor who knows not how to read the stars to judge an illness. Oh, my beloved Avis. Why did you die before I had the chance to?
Okay. Who is to blame? Aggression, carelessness. I caused this tragedy. We can let him accept some responsibility. God is punishing me for not being a more pleasant romantic partner. Deception, lies and rumours circulating about Avis concerning her Catholic faith, and mayhap even our affair provoked anxious passions that exacerbated her illness. Avis lavished such attention and care on her child she neglected her own health. Can we blame her neighbour? I hate her neighbour. Avis's surprising decision to see a new doctor led to her death. Fault of a licensed doctor with a medical degree. No. Okay, we'll let him blame himself then.
So 'twas I. I am to blame for Avis's death. If only I had not driven away with my ill-tempered, unkind accusations. Would that I had turned my thoughts to her illness and away from my own selfish needs. How will she ever? How will I ever forgive myself?
Okay. If I summon my spirit guides to aid me, would you consent to speak to me from beyond the grave?
When you are shook by something in a book where it says that you might have some rare malady, see Dr. Foreman, be sure to inform him you have it on very good authority.
Good day, Mr. Mugg. What brings you?
I am exceeding ill, Dr. Foreman. Verily I am. And you know my wife. She is refusing to hear anything about it. 'Tis but another of your delusions, Nicholas, she says. She will not even look at it.
Look at what? Oh, I see. You may pull up your breeches now. Pray let me examine you more closely. Raise your chin, if you please. Now, loosen your garter and remove your stocking. I am afeard this verily is grave. Most grave indeed.
'Tis? Verily?
I
Not
believe
verily.
so. But we must have it confirmed by the stars. Let us consult them now. What explains these swellings that have arisen on various parts of Nicholas Mugg's body?
Is he going to actually have something wrong with him? Mild deficiency of blood. Scrofular disease characterized by swellings and nodules around lymph nodes behind the knees. Mug has the plague. Yeah, let's give him the plague. Let's give him the plague.
You are gravely ill with the plague. It is oft fatal, but you are in good hands. For during the Great Plague of '92, I was able to save many a soul from the grave with my famous strong water. A moment, if you please, while I retrieve it from my cabinet. But, sir, unhand it, sir. The dosage is very precise. You must not... nay, not the whole bottle.
He's gonna OD.
Gods, man, what have you done?
Methinks I am dying.
Oh, woe! A fatal dose! Alas, I am sorry for it, sir, but you were never meant to drink so much of it. Oh, may God forgive me.
Nay, do not blame yourself, Doctor. Thank you heartily, for at last all shall know, my wife, my friends, how wrong they were, and how I did speak true.
He's happy because he was actually ill.
William! Oh, curse
Although
it,
he
where
does
is
look
that
like he
feckless
melted.
manservant of mine? William! Go forth and fetch the vicar!
He melted. Okay. So you don't get a letter of recommendation from the dead.
Mr. Foreman, you have been called before this assembly of the College of Physicians to answer the charge of practicing medicine without a medical license. What have you to say in your defense? Would you deny practicing medicine, sir?
Why, no, I would not deny it. My practice is well known. Indeed, since I helped cure the plague of '92 with my strong water...
Then you admit you have committed this most grievous offence.
Ah. Well, 'tis true I'm not technically licensed, but I fail to see how...
You fail to see? Then permit me to enlighten you, sir. A medical
sassy head
license
bob.
assures the residents of London that a physician has the necessary education and skill to treat them. By practicing without qualification, you have not only broken the law, you have endangered the lives of your patients. Indeed, we have received reports that a man by the name of Nicholas Mugg, a wig maker of Silver Street, has lately died under your care.
Aye, well, that was most lamentable, but not my fault, sir. Mr. Mugg took a far greater dose of my strong water than I advised him to. He chose the dosage himself. In truth, one might say that the cause of death in this instance was, well, Nicholas Mugg, practicing without a medical license.
Silence, Mr. Foreman! Your impudent japery may well be suffered by your patients, but it will not be tolerated here.
I do apologize, Mr. Smith.
Besides the death of this patient, we have gathered ample evidence of your malpractice, Mr. Foreman. Indeed, we have had this illegal operation of yours under observation for quite some time.
'Twas you, Riccardo Ferraro, the merchant from Venice. All along he was you, Richard Smith, the Queen's royal physician. Then I take it, Mr. Smith, you were unsatisfied with the medical care I gave you?
Sir, we are well aware of your occult practices. What you so boldly call medical care was naught but advice conjured up by means of dark magic. You have no understanding of physic or astrology.
But my knowledge of both physic and astrology is unparalleled.
If that is so, then doubtless you will happily submit to having your knowledge examined before this assembly.
Oh, I was supposed to be paying attention. Shit. I wasn't. Mars is war. Mercury was something positive, but was it authority? Men are from Mars, women are from... That's not astrology. Phlegm is cold and moist, hot and moist, cold and dry. Which zodiac rules over the privy parts? I don't know. Although, when somebody came in and I'd made a joke about him having crabs, Scorpio was one of the things, wasn't it? Ah!
Silence!
Is that
Simon
good?
Foreman, you have failed. Constable, shackle this man and take him from hence to jail.
But, sir, this is most unjust. Pray afford me the chance to unhand me, you rogue.
I didn't know I was supposed to memorise those things. Sir, I am happy to inform you that I have secured your release from jail by way of my friendship with Mistress Maud Smith, wife of the President of College of Physicians. We have contrived to have her husband believe that you enjoy the favour of John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and that the Archbishop plans to grant you a medical licence. But whilst you will be freed this day, our ruse will not hold long. For Maud says the college intends to write to the Archbishop to warn him that you are a charlatan and urge him not to grant you a licence. Your most assured friend and querent, Alice Black. So our drunk lesbian friend got us out of jail.
Alice Black, she feels no shame, and forsooth is she to blame. If we were her, we'd do the same. Alice Black, she feels no shame.
Yay!
Good day, Mistress Blagg. Before we start, I must thank you for having used your influence to help me resolve my recent difficulties.
Say nothing of it. Those doctors and their College of Physicians.
Drunk lesbians
Naught but a
save
band
the
of
day.
piss-pot-sniffing bullies, so they are. Besides, I needed you out of prison so that you might read the stars for me.
I see. And what would you have me advise you on?
What know you of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London?
Not much, in truth. But I did attend the Easter service at St. Paul's. I found the bishop's sermon on the virtues of chastity and abstinence most compelling. Why, you know him well?
Not very well as yet. I was seated beside him at an Episcopal dinner Saturday last. We discoursed a while. Bishop Bancroft is a most charming man.
No,
There was a moment when we did
don't
both
cheat on your
reach for the
lesbian
brandy
lover.
decanter. Our eyes met and I...
No!
Well, I felt something.
'Twas a spark between you and the bishop? You felt a certain frisson in the air?
Nay, I felt a certain hand up my skirts, more like.
His Grace put his hand up your skirts! Madam, may I say how...
Save your congratulations, Foreman. The bishop's not in the bag yet. Hence why I am come to you. Now that I have piqued his interest, I would have the stars tell me how to secure it.
No,
Then
you're
you wish
supposed to
to
be with your
pursue
Scottish cat
an
lady.
amorous affair with Bishop Bancroft. But what of your husband, Dean Blagg?
Oh, do not speak to me of my husband. Thomas Blagg is not fit to secure his wife's future. He is not fit for many of his marital duties, truth be told. And had you read the stars correctly, you might have warned me of such. As it was, I had to learn the truth of our financial ruin by bribing my husband's chaplain with a pie.
A pie, no less. I am heartily sorry for your trouble, madam.
Aye, well, 'tis best not to dwell on it. Let us press on with this day's reading, if you please.
Of course, let us consult the stars. How may Mistress Blagg secure the lasting affections of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London?
No, Scottish cat lady. I want you with Scottish cat lady. Commit adultery. Lie and say you're pregnant with his child. Good angels will aid her in her plans. Well-mannered. Quietness. Romantic success will be enhanced if she adopts a quiet, demure manner. I'm still not paying attention to these things, so I'm probably supposed to start paying attention to now that I know that they're going to ask me questions. Truthful, perspective, unpredictable. Responsible thing to do would be to tell Alice some hard truths and afford her some perspective. Her reaction may be unpredictable. Tell her hard truths like, you're a lesbian. Alice is going against her instincts. Not Christian instincts, lesbian instincts. Alice is being careful about... Fuck her husband. No. B. I don't like the telling her to be quiet thing. Hard truths. Her response will be unpredictable.
The stars advise you to conduct your wooing of the Bishop Bancroft with constraint and discipline. You must be strict. Allow him no intimacies.
I see. Keep the bishop's hands off me till he begs for it. Until he be driven so mad with lust he would offer anything for a tumble.
Murder your husband.
That is one interpretation, certainly.
Get him to murder
It
your
is true
husband.
that Lady Anne Boleyn found success with such a stratagem in her pursuit of the late King Henry Tudor. At least, up to a point.
Aye, poor lady. Be there anything else?
My chart does also advise you to adopt a manner that is quiet, gentle, and demure.
Verily. I will not lie, this is beginning to sound like a cod's load of work. Mayhap I play dumb with the bishop and merely nod and smile at everything he says. But 'tis the stratagem used by Jane Seymour, I believe. And unlike Anne Boleyn, she bagged her king without losing her head, did she not?
But she did immediately die in childbirth. Oh my god, you fucked her! You fucked her! Coitus post-conjunctive? You fucked the lesbian! Yes, your grace, no, your grace, pray remove your hand, your grace. Needs must, but bugger this for a lark. He fucked her! On one hand, yes, because I hate her husband. On the other hand, I want her to fuck the Scottish cat lady. Oh, he's back.
Lovely his passion, lacking in mind, fulsome in fashion, the unwise truths calls him chance, he yet persists in chasing the stars.
Good day, sir, and well met. Oh, pray tell, did you secure the hand of the golden-haired maiden?
Yeah, verily I did. My religious conversion to Puritanism did work wondrous well to win her favour.
Ah, then my advice was sound.
Aye, after I told her that I thought the Queen dresses like a strumpet, the Pope is the demon son of Satan, and that Will Shakespeare and his players should be driven into the Thames to drown, she became convinced of the purity of my soul. I was made the happiest of men.
Then I must congratulate you on your forthcoming nuptials. Will you be having a summer wedding, or...?
Congratulate me? Do not congratulate me, Foreman, for I am the unhappiest of men. It was but a day after our engagement was announced that my love became afflicted with the smallpox. Naturally, I was all a terror. Would she perish? So wretched was I with fear, I almost died of fright.
Aye, naturally. Smallpox is a most terrible disease. I intend to write a small treatise on the subject.
But then, alas! Fate struck the cruelest of blows upon my soul.
Oh, verily. Poor girl. May she rest in peace. Or re-squeeze in pace, as we Latin scholars say.
What? Nay, death would have been a mercy. For once cured, the maid arose from her sickbed bearing hideous scars. Her once fair cheeks, thus so cratered, to make the very moon wane with envy.
Evil.
I see.
Make
and
him
now
marry
you
a
wish to
horrible
extract
person.
yourself from your engagement, I presume.
Naturally. But her brother and father are fearsome men with a taste for rough sports, and her mother's tongue is as sharp as a barber's blade. I worry that my breach of promise may be taken ill.
Then let me see if I may fathom the family's reaction from the stars. What will become of breaking your engagement to this once fair, now pox-scarred maid?
Okay. I don't care if we get him killed. He's an arsehole. Mature man, maiden's father, carelessness. Maiden's father is being careless with his legacy. Indeed, it was most careless of him to betroth his daughter to such a mump-headed snatch grabber. There's some awesome insults in here. Mump-headed snatch grabber. Maiden will bear the dissolution of her engagement with quiet grace. Moore has cause for hope regarding the young lady's forgiveness. Intelligent to seek resolution in a foreign country. Are you telling him to leave the country? God's punishment is on his way. Leave the country and be killed in a war? Maybe. Oh, can we kill him? Can we kill him?
The stars suggest you have much to fear from this family. Aye, you must flee England at once. For according to my precise calculations, based on the current alignment of the planets, let me see now. Yes, you will be branded a cock-born snatch-grabbing knave of the lowest order, who deserves to be disemboweled with a pudding spoon. That is, if I'm not mistaken. And not even God is on your side, for it is his plan that you may be dragged into a foggy-headed confusion so as to render you defenseless against the family's dark intentions. Oh, good sir, you must heed my warning and never show your face in London lest you be set upon most violently.
God's blood! I must flee England's shores and never show my face, you say? But whither shall I go? Hold, I have it. Be it not carnival season in Venice, when citizens do hide their faces behind masks? Oh, and with such style. I thank you, Foreman, for you have been most helpful. I must fly at once to my tailor to be measured for the latest Venetian fashions.
Okay. Hopefully he'll die then. Okay. We're gonna see him again, apparently. I'm 20 away. I shall simply tell father I wish to finish my education with a tour of Roman antiquities.
Glory, glory to the Lord, our Lord, Archbishop Whitgift. Glory to the Lord in the highest position in the church, except for the Queen. Glory to the Lord, Archbishop Whitgift.
Gotta love him with brackets.
Ho! Ho there! Be there anyone at home?
Is it? By the saints, 'tis none other than Archbishop John Whitgift. Your Grace, I am most honoured by this most unexpected visit.
Truly, 'tis most unexpected, as I just so happened to be passing by. Indeed, I was riding by in my carriage when I found myself struck ill. My chaplain did suggest I take rest at the nearest residence, which did so happen to be this small dwelling. Forsooth, these rooms have the look of a physician's consulting chambers. Mayhap you are a doctor? If that be true, then praise be to God for this happy coincidence.
A most fortunate coincidence indeed. I am Simon Foreman, a doctor of astrology and physic. At your service, Your Grace.
Well then, Dr. Dr. Foreman, was it? Perchance you will tell me what ails me. I feel a kind of pain and heaviness in my side, and I know not if this be related, but my skin has of late become most unattractive in appearance.
Pain in the right side of the body and sallowness of the skin?
Her Majesty did remark upon it most wittily the other day at a meeting of the Privy Council. Your face does serve as a warning to us all, Archbishop.
Her Majesty the Queen, verily. A moment, if I may, Your Grace, while I consult the stars. What does cause the suffering of His Grace, the Most Reverend John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury?
Okay. Jaundice. Seeping into the skin when the tube connecting the gallbladder and the liver is blocked. Cardiac passion. Okay. Well, we'll do jaundice because that's the one that's closer to being right. I get the feeling he's testing us.
You are afflicted with jaundice, Your Grace. Yellow bile has seeped into your skin, causing it to become yellow-hued in appearance.
'Tis the jaundice, is it? I see.
Pray, have a servant boil this pouch of herbs in water. The liquor is to be injected up the fundament once each day. It should draw the collar away from your skin
Up his
and into your
fundament?
bowels. William!
Excellent. I will have my chaplain see to it. My. Who do we have here?
Oh my
Before
God.
you take your leave, Your Grace,
He's
I would have my
crushing on him.
manservant William let blood from your right arm.
Indeed. Very well, then.
Before you depart, Your
Everybody
Grace,
likes
perchance
William
I
the
might trouble you
manservant.
with a
They're not
request of
letting
my
us
own.
see
Good day,
William the
sir. My
manservant.
chaplain will settle payment with you anon.
I want to see William. Okay. Oh my God, you're coming back. William Buck, I think he said his manservant name was. I wonder how much Foreman pays him.
What does it matter?
Oh, he's back.
Errors he makes. Let others mend other things Essex breaks. Our Lord has much to gain from the risks he takes. Commoners may pay, but nobles only learn from their mistakes.
Good day, my lord, and well met. Indeed, methinks I have not seen your lordship since last year, afore you set off with Sir Walter Raleigh to capture those Spanish treasure ships.
Ah, yes. Doubtless you heard what became of that expedition. The town criers called it Raleigh and Essex's gold piracy fail, declaring it the biggest balls-up since the English Armada.
Aye, 'twas most ill-mannered of them, if I may remark.
The directions you gave me were entirely wrong, for we never came across the Spanish fleet. Indeed, we found ourselves becalmed in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Raleigh blames me for it, and although I did explain to him that it was entirely your fault, as I had gotten the navigational coordinates from you, that seemed to bother him even more.
My lord, I am full sorry for any error I may have made in my calculations. Forsooth, I pray I may assist you better this day. What is it you would ask of the stars?
I would have you tell me how I might regain the favour of the Queen. Indeed, 'tis strange she has not yet gotten over her displeasure, for the incident did occur many months ago. And we had every intention of returning her warships, filled to the brim with gold, I might add. Besides, how in the devil's name were we supposed to know the King of Spain would choose that very same month to invade England? I have not the power to predict the future.
Well, nay, but I have, my lord, if you had asked me to.
Verily, 'tis not to be borne. Only last week at a meeting of the Privy Council, during a minor disagreement regarding the Catholic rebellion in Ireland, she called me an impudent lordsplainer, whereupon she rose from her chair and molly-whopped me in the face. I half drew my sword upon her.
Lord's
You
Plainer.
mean the Queen?
Aye, indeed. Her behaviour was most shocking.
She
I even asked the
molly-whopped
royal
your
physician whether she
lordsplainer
may
in
have
the
lost
face.
her mind. She is, after all, most elderly. But Mr. Smith assures me she is in very fine health and is in full control of her faculties.
Her Majesty's behaviour is a mystery indeed, although mayhap it should not surprise us. A man's reason is oft insufficient to fathom the workings of the feminine mind, and, in such cases, he may have little choice but to call upon divine wisdom, to wit, Let us see what the stars can tell us. What must Lord Devereux do to regain the Queen's favour?
Well, I know what historically he actually does, and that is march a revolution into London and get beheaded. Change of fortune, reversal achieved through sexual intimacy, turning his working relationship with the Queen into a sexual one. Be gentle. Pretend to be in love with the Queen. Intelligence, patience, violence. Should not act in haste. He should make an intelligent suggestion to mount a military campaign in a foreign country. Okay, assume a position of authority in keeping with his birthright as a peer of the realm. Son represents authority. Faithfulness. Show the Queen he is a loyal man who does his duty. So do we have him do some military posturing, or do we have him try and seduce an elderly virgin? I think having him try and seduce an elderly virgin is probably more of a punishment to him. It's not nice for Elizabeth, but it's a punishment for him because he's not going to enjoy that. He's not going to enjoy that.
The stars suggest you may regain the Queen's favour by offering her yours.
By offering her my favour?
Well, your tender favours, to be precise.
God's underlumps! You would have me bed the Queen? Doubtless you've never seen Her Majesty at close quarters. Elizabeth may be in fine health for an old woman, but she is more advanced in years than my own mother.
I am afeard the stars are most clear on this, my lord. Indeed, Pluto being coupled with Uranus, aye, 'tis clear a gentle wooing leading to intimate relations with Her Majesty is your only means of quelling her current animus towards you.
I see. Well then, if woo her I must, then woo her I will. If only to regain my influence and ensure the safety of the realm.
Just think
I
of
must
God's
avert
underlumps.
my eyes and think of England.
Okay. Alright. To be honest, I think I would bed the devil and his grandmother if it helped me regain my position at court.
Though our hero Simon Foreman's not a Catholic, he disapproves of Mary for her views, they make him sick. But pray he does not tell her, lest she punch him in the punch him in the
Basically, Mary, you're a bigot.
Good day, Mistress Payne. How may I help you this day?
Blessed day, Dr. Foreman. I am just come from taking my niece to visit Rochester Cathedral.
doing
Thomas
crazy
Blogg
Ken
is the
hand.
cathedral's dean, I believe. Know you of Dean Blogg?
Aye, I know something of him.
Verily, that man is a model to us all.
You would like him.
Under his stewardship, the cathedral's decadent furnishings have been stripped away. He has even replaced the silver candlesticks with pewter. Such pious modesty in the sight of God.
Has he indeed?
He's selling it
Very
all.
interesting. And, godly, yes. But what is it that brings you this day?
Before I begin upon my business, Dr. Foreman, I must commend you for correctly predicting the sinking of the Spanish Armada.
Ah, yes. 'Twas I who did predict the great storm that sunk the Spanish ships, was it not? I have oft thought that careful study of coastal weather patterns may provide...
And we must give thanks to God for the divine vengeance he wrought upon the heretics. I did hear that by morning our beaches were verily littered with the corpses of Spanish sailors. Praise be to the Lord, his glory to behold.
Yay, dead people!
Yes, praise be. But all the same, you seem anxious this day, Mistress Payne. What is troubling you?
Indeed, I am troubled, Dr. Foreman. I fear for the Queen's health. Everyone is saying that as she is exceeding old, she is soon to die.
Ah, yes, I quite understand your feelings, madam. How we love our good Queen Bessie. Long may she reign. But will she? That is the question, is it not? For she cannot live forever, and when at last she does expire, we shall be stricken with such lamentation and grief.
Mayhap you, but not I. Elizabeth Tudor is naught but a sceptred whore, but still a whore who presides over the Church of England and keeps Rome at bay. And without an heir, who knows what manner of foreigner may succeed her when she dies? For all we know, he may flood the land with foul popery.
Foul popery? I take it you do not care for dried floral arrangements. But, madam, surely fresh flowers are more customary at royal funerals.
Did you not heed me, Mr. Foreman? I wish to know whether the English throne is safe from a Catholic successor.
Yes, of course. Then let us consult the stars. Is our Queen's long reign in danger of ending soon? And if so, do we risk a Catholic succeeding her to the throne?
She's gonna be thrilled. He's not just gonna be Catholic, he's gonna be Scottish. Queen Elizabeth, Queen is in love. Unexpected pregnancy. Yes, she's not pregnant. She's not getting pregnant. Okay. Queen's legacy is safe. Even if she dies, her successor will remain the head of the Church of England and loyal to the Anglican faith. I mean, he allows the Church of England to continue. He just stops persecuting Catholics. Creativity, austerity. So that's what I was thinking. I knew Mercury was positive. Mars is violence. Mercury is creative. Saturn is austerity. Saturn is a conservative party. Okay. Bonds between nations will be creatively disrupted, with violence and austerity will be imposed as a result. So it is Tories. Cooperation, deception. The cooperation offered by a foreign country is not what it seems to doubtless represents the England's ally King James of Scotland. Yep. He's coming. Let's blatantly lie and say she's going to be pregnant. Fall in love and be pregnant.
I have good news for you, Mistress Payne. Though our Queen be advanced in years, she has lately taken a secret lover. And, well, it would now seem that she is with child.
With child? At her age, Dr. Foreman?
Aye, praised be, it is a miracle. And the bastard child will be legitimized and named Elizabeth's heir. You may be assured, Mistress Payne, that an English Tudor prince will succeed to the throne upon our Queen's death.
Looks a mercy! Were a babe to issue forth from such an elderly womb, 'twould be naught but the spawn of Satan come to lead us all through the gates of hell. Verily, I'm surprised at you, Dr. Foreman. To call such unnatural doings miracles may well be the practice of the Pope in Rome, but such heresies have no place here in England. I bid you good day, sir.
We pissed her off. Oh, she's coming back. I must remember to pray for Dr. Foreman's soul. It's even before bed.
Rejoice, rejoice in the Lamb, served by the Archbishop, to his guests for dinner, at his palace in love. Rejoice, rejoice in the Lamb, and Jesus, and the voice of the Son.
So we're just singing a song of praise about his dinner.
Good day, and well met, Lord Archbishop. What a pleasure it is to welcome your grace once more to my humble consulting chambers. Do you ail of something, sir?
Nay, I am in good health. I am come for information. That is, I am come for an astrological reading concerning one of my deans, Thomas Blagg, the Dean of
Blagg.
Rochester Cathedral. I hear you are acquainted with him, are you not?
Yes, he's a
Yes,
git.
so please your grace. I am honoured to say that Dean Blagg is one of my querents.
I see. What a remarkable coincidence. Then you may know that Dean Blagg has been petitioning me to promote him to the rank of bishop, specifically to grant him the vacant seat of the bishopric of Salisbury. I wonder if you, that is, if the stars and planets and so forth, might tell me if there be any reason why Thomas Blagg might not be a fitting candidate for such a position of responsibility.
He's a
I see.
money-grabbing git.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Should Thomas Blagg, Dean of Rochester, be made the Bishop of Salisbury?
No. That's what the stars say. No. Dishonour is not an honourable man. Frugal manager of church funds. Wise to cooperate with his employee. Financial deceit is being committed against the church. Mature man, victory is Capricorn. Oh, I got victory. Maybe that means because Mars is the war thing, so maybe that just means I've been defeated. Creativity. Dean Blagg has creatively and successfully stolen from the church. Yeah, I'm liking B so far. I want to throw this man under the bus. Emotion. Oh no, what was that? On an emotional journey. Surprising reveal, reversal in perspective. Dean Blagg is questioning his religious principles. Heresy would be shocking blow for the Archbishop. Right.
You must not grant Thomas Blagg the bishopric of Salisbury, your grace, for it seems Dean Blagg has been embezzling from the church. He has been removing cathedral furnishings, fine paintings, tapestries, candlesticks and the like, and selling them for his own enrichment, or mayhap to pay off his personal debts.
Verily? Well, I do hear it remarked that the Rochester Cathedral has been looking a little Puritan of late. Mayhap I shall have my chaplain cast an eye over the cathedral accounts.
Before you leave, your grace, perchance I may broach a small matter of my own. Methinks you have the power to grant medical licenses, do you not? Although I am an experienced physician, you may have heard of my work during the plague of 1592, for instance, I am not technically licensed to practice medicine. It has been causing some administrative troubles of late. I wonder if your grace might condescend to help me by...
You would have me grant you a medical license, would you? I suppose that might be arranged. Leave it with me, and I will have my chaplain look into it.
I thank you heartily, your grace. Your grace is most generous.
Getting the crook caught, hopefully, will help me. Okay. In truth, it is well known that Blagg is only a thief, not developing Puritan sympathies, as I feared.
Alice Blagg is on the make, mayhap even on the take. Could it be for her family's sake? Seriously give her a break.
She's back.
God give you good day, Mistress Blagg. Pray tell, what brings you?
I would know whether my lover, Owen Wood, is resolved to leave me something in his will. A small legacy, mayhap. A large one. I do hope he intends to leave me something.
Owen Wood? He is the Dean of Armagh, is he not?
Thanks.
Was not your interest directed toward the Bishop of London?
Aye, but your counsel for wooing him served me most ill. When the bishop came to visit the Archbishop in Lambeth, I smiled and nodded and kept my knees together like you advised, but 'twas all for naught. The Archbishop's wife thought I was taken ill and sent me to bed directly after dinner.
Forsooth, I am sorry to hear it, though mayhap it was for the best. Now, perchance we may proceed to this matter concerning Owen Wood. Pray tell, why would you wish to know whether he has included you in his will? Is he gravely ill?
Not presently, but methinks he will be soon, for he has gone to Ireland to join that peacocking mumphead, the Earl of Essex.
I see. He has gone to fight in Robert Devereux's military campaign to put down the Catholic rebels in Ireland. But you're being a little harsh, are you not? 'Tis true he has had some bad luck of late, but the Earl is a fine...
Oh, a swole-headed failson is what his lordship is. 'Twould not surprise me if he read his map upside down and marched his men into a bog to drown. Pray, let us do my reading, if you please.
Certainly. If Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, were to die, would Alice Blagg inherit anything from his estate?
Owen Wood has frittered away his fortune. Dean Wood's time in Ireland will be gentle. Good angels will compel Owen Wood to be faithful to his wife. Romance between Alice Blagg and Owen Wood is marred with conflict and deceit. Keeping a secret to be revealed upon his death. Owen Wood could not resist being charitable to his lover. She is due to receive a legacy from Wood upon his death, much to the surprise and chagrin of Mistress Wood. Okay. So, I don't know. Do we say he's going to die and you're going to get something? Or are we going to say he's going to be fine but he hasn't got any money? Okay. Well, if he doesn't die, she can't be angry that she didn't inherit anything because he's alive. I don't know, we'll try that one.
You are indeed mentioned in Dean Wood's will. Unbeknownst to his wife, he plans to leave you a portion of his fortune. Forsooth, that is what the stars do tell, but if I might offer you my own counsel...
Oh, what an angel of a man! Did I not know it? Dearest Owen, I shall raise a toast to him at the Quiet Bear this even.
She's not going to the fish pub anymore. Oh my goodness, you're betraying your lesbian lover. Miss Knight will sleep soundly, mayhap for the first time since I learned that Blagg had ruined us.
Almighty God, shelter thy servant Thomas Blagg. Take him in thy merciful arms, and shake sense into him.
That was a good one.
Good dawning, D. Blagg. How may I do you service this day?
I hope you will do me service, Dr. Foreman. For at my last consultation, you served me very ill.
Ah.
Indeed. Your prediction that Raleigh and Essex would succeed in capturing those Spanish treasure ships did put me in a most lamentable position. I had my tailor fashion me these fine new robes, and now I have not the money to pay him for it.
Then I'm heartily sorry for it, sir. Though your new robes are indeed very fine. Is that a different shade of black, or...?
And I know not how, but my wife Alice has lately learned of our perilous financial situation.
Ah, has she?
Aye, and she has had me petition the Archbishop for a promotion. 'Tis her reckoning that if I were promoted to bishop, the increased living would
Yeah,
enable
you're not
me to
getting
settle
that.
our debts.
That would seem wise under the circumstances. And was your petition successful?
It was. At least at first. Indeed, His Grace did have me believe he is minded to make me Bishop of Salisbury.
The Bishopric of Salisbury? But that is excellent well, is it not?
It would be very well, forsooth. But many months have passed, and the Archbishop gives yet no sign of granting the vacant bishopric to anybody.
I see. And he does not say when the matter may be decided?
Nay, indeed he does not. Whenever I raise the question with his grace, he says he needs time to consider the various episcopal and doctrinal matters concerning such an appointment. All the while, he has me performing additional duties that I dare not refuse, lest I lose his favour. And Mistress Blarg has sent him pies upon numerous occasions.
And yet the Archbishop is not moved?
And she sent him pies?
He must be a very hard man indeed, for your wife's pies are well renowned for their powers of persuasion. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. Will Thomas Blarg, Dean of Rochester, be granted the bishopric of Salisbury?
No. I made sure of it. They will remain amicable. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. If he's patient, no, all that's bullshit. Deception concerning the theft of goods has been uncovered. Yeah, I grassed you up. Ain't Topanga. Advice to travel with his wife. No, why should she have to go with him? Intelligence, sun change of fortune, victory, transformation. God will help Blarg succeed by radically transforming the Archbishop's opinion of Blarg's intelligence. Thus raised in the Archbishop's esteem, Blarg will be granted the... No, he won't. And no. Okay. So, we're just going for... You've been caught, dickhead.
You will never be granted the bishopric of Salisbury, I fear, for the Archbishop has discovered some irregularities in the management of Rochester Cathedral. Some missing furnishings, I think?
Well, I mean to say, if indeed that be so, then 'tis most egregious. I will have some very stern words with my chaplain.
Worry not, sir. The stars indicate that His Grace would wish to avoid any unpleasantness. As is customary with church scandal, he will doubtless remain quiet on the matter for the sake of reputation.
Ah. Well, of course I too would not want to bring shame upon the church. If there be such vile, false rumours circulating about me, it would be wrong not to consider the attention that my promotion to bishop would invite. I own that I am shocked and disappointed by this, but I must thank you for forewarning me.
Don't you dare frame your chaplain. You did it, you greedy bastard. Okay. So, would that I had not replaced all the silver candlesticks with pewter and left the 2 on the altar.
Didn't
I tell you to leave the country? Why are you here?
For his sonnets found, there be no excuse. Many do strike him a chain, and for his verse they damn him to hell.
I told you can't show your face in London. We're in London. I see your face.
Good morrow, Mr. Moore. You are returned from Italy, I see.
Aye, and I had the most enlightening experience. My tutors taught me all about those ancient Romans and whatnot. Indeed, 'tis a changed man you see before you now. A worldly man of culture and learning. Mayhap you would benefit from taking a tour of Italy yourself, Foreman.
Alas, Mr. Moore, I must remain in London to care for my querents. As to wit, what brings you this day?
Well, no sooner did I return to London than I did become acquainted with the most wondrous creature. A lady who has been lately widowed.
Ah, let me just take some notes here. Is this one
get
dark
you
or
killed
fair?
by the Black
Auburn
Widow?
with eyes of green, mayhap? I do not believe there's yet been an auburn-haired maid.
Fie, Mr. Foreman. Prithee show more respect for ladies than to view them as mere collections of physical charms. Beauty alone is of nothing to a man such as I. Nay, my heart does belong to a worldly woman of culture and learning. Her head almost as striking as the soft hair and radiant eyes that adorn
you killed
it.
by the Black Widow.
Indeed, her gift of understanding
Please be
is
this.
so
Please
strong.
be
She
who
can
you're
listen to
talking
my
about.
sonnets for hours on end.
She can she? Forsooth, the lady does show great strength of mind indeed. And how might I advise you?
Please be
I would
the
have you
Black
tell me
Widow.
whether I should marry her, for, as you know, I have offered my troth to ladies in the past, and it has not ended well for me. So, this time I did tell myself, Lancelot, you will proceed with caution. You will know the lady for at least a month before you think of wedding her, and then you'll go directly to Foreman for his counsel.
Then let us consult the stars now. Should Lancelot Moore marry this wondrous and worldly widow?
Oh, please be Black Widow. Please be Black Widow. Hidden motives are at play. Moon emotions. Reversal of patience. Moore is allowing emotions to rule his finances, putting them at risk by acting impatiently. A surprising event. This match would provoke an unexpected death, resulting in an inheritance. Can we get him killed? Inheritance. Intelligence, sorry. Aspiration to greatness. Romantic partner. Widow is an intelligent woman who aspires to greatness through her relationships. Cruel middle-aged man, me. The star suggests I have cruel intentions towards my querent. Oh, so he knows that he's going to get killed. God favours the man in marriage. He knows it will get him killed. Which one? So that warns him, right? That one warns him. Okay. Oh, please, please let him marry the Black Widow. Please.
The stars do favour this match.
Yes.
The alliance would serve you well, for this lady is intelligent and aspires to greatness. For a man of your station, the guidance and support of such a woman is oft essential to the attainment of success and advancement.
Then 'tis decided. Oh, wondrous day. I will at once to Emma go to ask her hand in marriage.
It is her. I got a letter of recommendation. I killed him and got a letter of recommendation. Oh, I'm going to see him again. My parents will be pleased to match his time. Lady Di is a very rich widow. Apparently he's coming back.
Sybil's not blessed, for when she tries her best, 'tis then she's the worst. From being overdressed to poisoning her guests. Ambition,
Okay.
Good day, Mistress Fortescue.
I do hope you may help me, Dr. Foreman, for I am mightily afflicted with fever and pain.
Yes, I see. Your face is a trifle red in colour. When did your troubles begin? At a dinner party, perchance?
Nay, 'twas at a luncheon, the one I gave this day. I sought to play a trick upon my friend, Lady Emma Dyer, and I worry God is punishing me
Oh
for my
God,
japery.
did you kill her?
And what manner of jape did you play on
Have
your
you
friend at this
poisoned
luncheon
her
of yours?
before she could
Pray,
kill him?
Describe the ruse to me.
Well, I came upon the idea when I took receipt of a trunk full of exotic goods from the New World. Lovely gifts sent home to me by my gallant husband. Know you of my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue? He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh, of course.
I think you have mentioned him once or twice, madam.
The trunk contained a parcel of dried fruits, full red in colour they were, and with them a note of warning. On it was writ that these fruits, if not consumed in moderation, can provoke a hot, pricking fever when ingested.
Ah, yes. I have read of this fruit in the writings of Spanish explorers. Capsicum ay caramba mequema is the botanical name, I believe.
I am well known for serving the most original dishes at my table. Hence my guests were not surprised when I invited them to try my
You gave them
exotic
chili
fruit.
peppers.
I served them each a sweet pie containing one of these, capsicum...
Ay caramba mequema.
But I made sure Emma received a pie containing the very largest fruit.
Oh my
and I the
God.
very smallest one.
I see. You hoped to occasion a fever in your friend while escaping the same fate yourself. And yet this ruse did not succeed, I take it.
Nay, it did not, Dr. Foreman. Most of my guests dared only take one bite of their pies before abandoning them, finding themselves unequal to the challenge. But Emma ate hers all up, as did I. I was sure I would be safe, and that she would turn red and begin to perspire most shamefully, but she remained as cool as a cucumber. But I...
Oh, did she swap
But you,
them?
madam?
But I began to feel such pain in my mouth and throat. My face and eyes turned red. Moisture gathered on my brow and bosom, and damp marks appeared on my bodice. I could not conceal it from my guests. 'Twas humiliating.
How distressing for you, madam. Let us now seek a solution to this mystery in the stars.
Okay, I'm relieved.
What might explain the querent's affliction?
For a moment, I thought she had killed Black Widow before Black Widow could kill the arsehole. Short-lived attack of lusty passions, condition that can occasionally bodily heat and blushing of face. Witchcraft, fucking hell. Okay. A kind of quinsy caused by abundance of blood flowing to the head and throat, swelling, fever, redness in the face. We'll do that one.
One moment, madam, while I consult that Spanish book I mentioned earlier. The one recounting travels in the New World. Ah, yes. That is interesting.
What is interesting, Dr. Foreman?
The stars say you have quinsy, and this book confirms my suspicions as to what provoked it. Madam, 'tis not the larger fruits that occasion pain when consumed. 'Tis the small ones, such as the one you had baked into the pie for yourself.
Sweet pepper.
You
and
mean to
she
say
ate
the
red
smaller
hot
fruits
one.
are more dangerous than the larger ones? How strange! Verily, how topsy-turvy!
The pain will be gone by the morrow, but in the meantime, you may find relief by washing your mouth out with wine.
Burgundy wine? Or will an ordinary claret suffice?
Any wine will do, madam. God give ye good even, Mistress Fortescue.
I like that diagnosis. Any wine will do. Just drink wine. I got another layer of recommendation! Should not like to be seen drinking cheap claret before dinner. I think I'll have cook open a bottle of Burgundy. Okay. Sir Alfred Moore and his wife Margaret are delighted to announce the marriage of their son Lancelot to the widow Lady Emma Dyer, born Sharp. Oh my goodness!
Humphrey Bell,
Oh, you're new.
who is this coming youth?
He's wearing purple.
Very up a little shy, but pleasing to the eye. His eyes, his hair, his shape, reform, forsooth, has he a sweetheart, pray tell us the truth.
So the choir fancies this guy.
Good morrow, young sir. Methinks this is your first consultation, Mr.
Humphrey Bell, sir.
And how may I do you service this day, Mr. Bell?
I want to get lean in that.
You wish to become lean, you say? And why would you need to be any leaner than you are
I want
now?
to get lean in that.
You do not appear at all over plump. Indeed, you appear to be a young man in the full vigour of health.
Yay, but I do the lady parts though, innit?
You do the lady parts. Oh, I see. You are a player who plays feminine roles upon the stage. Yes, I think I recognize you now. You play for
Drag
Lord
Queen.
Chamberlain's men, do you not? The company of players led by Will Shakespeare, Richard Burbage and Will Kemp, among others.
Aye, sir. I play for them as a hired man, and next month I'm to play a fairy queen in a play we're doing for Lord Hunston at his daughter's wedding. But bossman Burbage says I'm too plump for the role.
Humphrey, your girth does make it difficult for an audience to imagine you getting up out of your fairy throne, let alone flying.
Yes, I think I understand. 'Twould imperil the audience's suspension of disbelief, thus breaking the fourth wall, as you players so call it.
Ah, sir, indeed. Mr. Burbage worries much for them scenery walls, for he says my rear end is of such a size 'tis liable to smash right through 'em. Anyways, Mistress Burbage told me that to fit into her gowns she bids herself chunder after eating. Might you give me some herbs for that or something?
And Mistress Burbage would be Richard Burbage's wife, I presume. Well, to judge what would be most effective in your case, I shall need to consult the stars. What should Mr. Humphrey Bell do to become leaner?
It's just the accent. In it, man. What have I got to do, man? I've totally got a chunder. Advises mild imbalance of phlegm. Humphrey may provoke downward purging from his fundament by inducing an imbalance of phlegm. Mild imbalance of choler. Humphrey may induce upward purging from his stomach by consuming canisico extremum to induce an imbalance. Okay, so make him throw up or make him shit it out. Condition is chronic. Humphrey's condition has been provoked by chronic overconsumption of food. He must commit to underconsumption of food. So, make himself an anorexic or make himself a bulimic. Well, we don't want to starve him. I mean, neither are good, but to just not eat at all is not going to be the thing. Okay.
Mr. Bell, I will prescribe you something to induce upward purging. It will serve to void your stomach of its contents, and by and by you will become leaner. Pray, call by your local apothecary and make purchase of some canisico excrementum, or dried dog excrement, as is more commonly known. You are to mix it with water and take it up the nose after each meal.
What do you mean? Like dog doings? You playing about or something? You would have me snort flipping dog turd? I will not lie, that sounds well mad.
Mayhap if you were to mix the excrement with a little honey, that can oft help the medicine go down a trifle easier.
No disrespect or nothing, but I ain't doing that, Doctor. Not even to be a fairy queen. Give you good day, sir.
I did not know he was going to prescribe you dog shit up the nose. That is not what I did not select that. That is entirely your fault. That is entirely your fault. What is in that doctor, man? He's away with the fairies or something. Maybe he knows one who could play Mr. Burbage.
Favoured is Essex and close to the crown. Nobles like him do fare up more than down. His family's too grand to jail, too rich to jail. But if Essex disobeys the Queen, she'll put him in the ground.
Yep. Exactly what happens.
Good day, my lord. I must own, your lordship's visit to my chambers does surprise me, for I'd believed, well, indeed all of England believes, that you are in Ireland at present.
Did anyone see me? No? Good. Now, bid your manservant close the shutters.
As your lordship pleases. William! William! Pray close the shutters. Yes, all of them. And fetch us some candles.
I pray the counsel you give me this day be wise, sirrah, for I find myself in the most desperate of predicaments. Indeed, I pray your advice be wiser than it was the last time. Your suggestion I cajole the Queen with my tender favours. Forsooth, It worked only too well. The old bat took to calling me her best boy and sent me off on this damnable quest to put down the Irish rebellion.
I know well, sir, for I was part of the great parade down the streets of London to see you off. And now you are back from Ireland victorious, are you not? Ah, I see by your face. Not so much.
God's breath! Have you seen the Irish? They are savages. That Irish chieftain O'Neill and his band of fen-born brutes are especially bad.
Forsooth, they sound
I'm glad
most
you're going to
fearsome.
get killed.
'Tis a mercy you escaped with your life and are now back home safe in England.
Nay, I am not yet safe in England, I fear. For when the Queen finds out that I made a truce with O'Neill, heaven only knows how ill she will take it. Even my leaving Ireland without her permission will doubtless vex her.
Then the Queen has not been informed of your return?
Nay, she knows yet nothing of it. I am at present taking refuge with my sister, the Countess of Devonshire, at her country estate. But I cannot hide there forever. Hence I am come to you this day so that the stars may advise me on how I may extract myself from my current predicament and win back the favour of the Queen.
Then let us see what the stars advise. How might Lord Devereux escape the displeasure of Her Majesty the Queen and regain her favour?
Okay. Only two options. Vain authority, patience. God will help Devereux if he appeals to the Queen's vanity and exercises patience. Female malcontent. Robert Devereux must use his best asset to ward off the Queen's anger, his magnificent body. Death in reverse. Devereux may rise his hopes for a brilliant career. All is not lost. So A is basically telling him, go full on in and fuck that virgin. Okay. Intelligence, rebellion. Devereux must contrive a way to make the Queen see his disobedience within the context of their personal relationship rather than an act of disloyalty to the Crown. Optimism and confusion. Impels his legacy with his tendency towards confused optimism. Violence. Robert Devereux risks being subject to the violence of the law. Erroneous in detriment. Represents surprising reversal in political events. Devereux may reverse the political situation back to his advantage by having the Queen look upon him as the son she never had. You don't want to woo someone and then make them think... Right. I'll do A then. It's like, I want to seduce this woman and then make her act like my mother. No. We're not doing that.
Your lordship must not give up hope. For though our Queen may have the stomach and heart of a king, she has but the body and mind of a weak and feeble woman. Hence the stars suggest you use your manly physical attributes to resolve this affair.
I see. Use my imposing presence and masculine intelligence to overpower her. Show her who is truly sovereign.
I don't think that's what I said.
My lord.
Yeah.
Quite the reverse. You must appeal to her vanity and captivate her with your bodily charms. Perchance a tighter-fitting doublet would serve to...
What? Bet the Queen again?
Why, yes, my lord. Your lordship's wooing of the Queen has proved fruitful in the past, has it not?
I see. But how am I to find a moment alone with her? If I make an entrance at court whilst Her Majesty is surrounded by guards and courtiers, I may be arrested on the spot.
Aye, 'twould be most perilous. Hold, I think I have it. My lord, if you were able to insinuate yourself into Whitehall Palace one morning before Her Majesty rises, you could approach the Queen while she is still alone in her bedchamber.
By the saints, 'tis no ill idea. I shall prepare to mount a surprise attack upon the Queen's defences. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Godspeed, my Lord Devereux.
Are they going to mistake you for an assassin? He says it's coming back. I will not be sorry to leave my sister Penelope's house. Fire upon her. I shall eat as many cherries as I damn well please.
Praise him, praise be to the
back, Remy. Okay.
Good day, Your Grace, and well met. Might I inquire whether Your Grace has made a decision regarding whether to give Thomas Blagg the bishopric of Salisbury?
Ah, yes, Dean Blagg. I had my chaplain look into what you told me regarding irregularities in Dean Blagg's stewardship of Rochester Cathedral. Methinks you said he was embezzling coin and pawning cathedral furnishings, did you not? Well, it seems you did speak true.
Oh, indeed?
Of course, I will make nothing of it, as I wish to avoid the scandal. I merely told Dean Blagg that I could not offer him the bishopric due to various episcopal and doctrinal constraints.
Of course. And what problem would Your Grace wish me to address this day?
Oh, 'tis a problem with my other deans. With each passing day there seems to be a new dean at the palace gates, come to petition me for this wretched bishopric of Salisbury. Presently, 'tis Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh. Since he returned from Ireland, he talks of nothing else.
How tiresome for Your Grace.
Indeed. I have told Owen that I am giving his request careful consideration, but in my experience, this only delays a dean for so long. I do have to grant the occasional bishopric, or else my deans become restless.
Doubtless,
Those damn
Your Grace.
deans.
But after what I learned about Dean Blagg, I must take care to exercise caution. Hence, I would have you tell me anything you know, that is, anything the stars reveal, about Owen Wood, that would render him unsuitable to perform the role of bishop.
Then let us ask the stars.
He's the one that...
Is there any reason why
that's
the Most
fucking
Reverend John Whitgift, the Archbishop of
Dean
Canterbury,
Blagg's
should not
lesbian
grant
wife,
Owen Wood
isn't
the
he?
bishopric of Salisbury?
Am I getting... There's too many characters. I'm getting confused. I think it's him. Being impossible to please. John Whitgift is impossible to please. Vain man, Owen Wood. Owen Wood is vain but patient man who has God on his side. Reverse of death should bring Owen Wood's dream of being a bishop to life. Optimism and confusion. While Owen is uncertain about whether he will be offered the bishopric of Salisbury, he remains optimistic. Creativity, adultery. When it comes to a relationship with women, Oliver Wood. That's a Harry Potter reference. I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to accidentally do that. Owen Wood has a creative interpretation of the teachings of the Bible on the sin of adultery. Owen Wood has betrayed his wife. An unexpected problem may arise concerning Owen Wood and some unborn children. We're crossing him up as well. Thing is, he can give us the medical license, so we want to make him as pleased as possible. So while I can give him absolutely accurate predictions, we should be doing that, yeah?
I must advise against granting Owen Wood the bishopric, for the stars reveal that he has sinned most grievously.
Ah, verily? Grievously, you say?
I am afeard Dean Wood did commit the sin of adultery.
Ah, nothing else?
Oh, he doesn't
'Twas
mind!
more than once, Your Grace.
Doubtless, doubtless. While I appreciate your most excellent
He's like,
discernment
yeah,
of
but
this
nobody cares about
information
that.
from the stars,
Stealing money from us.
I must own that
No.
Dean Wood's
Fucking around.
extra-clerical
Meh.
activities are already well known to me. Why, even my own wife has had a tumble with the man.
Your Grace, I am sorry.
Well, at
Hold,
least he knows
Sarah.
that your prediction was true
In
now.
truth, 'tis of no consequence to me. What occurs in Lambeth Palace bides in Lambeth Palace, as we like to say. But you are right to remind me of Dean Wood's indiscretions. for mayhap it be not wise to elevate Owen to such a public position as bishop. I do have the reputation of the church to consider.
Indeed,
See,
Your
he
Grace.
knows I'm
I
not
will
a
tell
charlatan
Owen
now.
that while I had every intention of granting him the bishopric, my hands are now tied due to various episcopal and doctrinal constraints.
Very wise, Your Grace. And one more matter, if I may. Has Your Grace yet had the opportunity to consider the granting of my medical license?
Ah, yes, that. Once my chaplain has finished looking into the matter, I shall be giving it careful consideration. Good day.
Okay. Thing is, his chaplain's looking into it, but he could write me a letter of recommendation. I don't get that. A certain number of letters of recommendation could get me the medical license, and he can write me one, but he won't give me the license because his chaplain's looking into it. This is a very conflicted and indecisive man. Shame to disappoint Owen, but the church cannot tolerate scandal of this nature. We are not the Catholic Church in Rome.
Here comes Emma, say that she's a witch. How did she get position? How did she become so rich? For her eyes she has to thank frail old men with serious pangs. Here comes Emma, I verily she is rich.
Just a whole song about she is loaded.
Good day, Lady Dyer.
Good day, Dr. Foreman. But I can no longer claim the title of Lady Dyer, for Lord Dyer passed away last year. You must call me Mistress Moore now, for I am lately remarried.
Indeed? I am full sorry to hear of Lord Dyer's death, Mistress Moore.
Continue to be able to have
Pray
the title
tell,
lady.
what did your late husband die of?
'Twas the diabetes, the disease you judged him as having. He died from wounds that never healed.
You mean the cut on his lordship's hand? But I recall you saying the wound was trifling small.
Oh yes, that wound was. But through misfortune he acquired many more. One evening, while we were summering at our country estate, he was leaning out upon the balcony when the stone railing gave way and he fell into our rose garden. The thorns cut him near to pieces. Poor dear Henry. He did so love his roses.
There, dear lady.
My wish is to leave such sorrows behind and think only of my new husband, Lancelot Moore. My Lancelot is a fine man, a man of great talent. Indeed, he has so much potential that I am loath to see it go to waste. And, as you doubtless know, Lord Devereux, Earl of Essex, is presently leading a military campaign to put down the Catholic rebels in Ireland.
Forsooth I do know, madam. Indeed, I myself was at the parade to send Lord Devereux off on his travels. Have you a notion that your husband should enlist as a soldier in his lordship's campaign?
Indeed I do, Dr. Foreman. For you see, my husband Lancelot is full brave.
Yes, I am told that Lancelot has distinguished himself in many fierce battles against fathers and the like.
But I seek your reassurance that if I were to send Lancelot to Ireland, he would return unharmed. No doubt the Earl is leading his men very well, but I hear tell those Irish tribesmen are most
so she
savage in
doesn't
battle.
want to kill this
Dare
one.
I let my
wanted
husband
him
face such
murdered.
fearsome beasts?
Let us see what the stars advise.
She's not going to
Should
murder
Lancelot
him.
Moore join Lord Devereux's campaign in Ireland, would he find glory in battle or death?
Okay, you know what? That is still bugging me. I'm going to have to look it up. Okay. I'm sorry, but it's still playing on my hemophiliac. Okay, we can continue. Hemophilia. That's what I was trying to think of. Hemophilia. when we were saying about diabetes, and I was saying about leukemia means your wounds don't heal up or your blood doesn't clot as easily. Haemophilia was the other thing I was trying to think of. Okay, we can continue. Right. Okay. Why is Venus cruel? Venus is the sweetest little guinea pig I had. I'm sorry, Topanga, you're wonderful too. Irish Catholic rebels are intelligent and cruel. Oh, here we go. Capricorn. Woman who is impossible to please. Okay, I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one. Twisted kind of evil. Oh, Emma Harville's. Oh, does that one? Would that one lead to her murdering him? Represents arrogant man. Patience, though Robert Lord Devereux is an arrogant man, he is also a very patient one. He will not endanger his men by acting in haste, nor will he leave Ireland. Also, blatantly lie. Blatantly lied to her. Optimism, deception. Irish Catholic rebels are self-deceived in their optimism. They will not prevail. Oh, fucking patriotism. Fuck that. Okay. Okay. Emma has secret agenda and evil ambitions. This one's true, but will she be pissed off? Or will this lead her to do it? I don't know that me calling her evil is going to help. Is me calling her evil not going to help? Yeah, that does not insult her or tell her it's going to be safe. We'll do that one.
Madam, I urge you not to send your husband to Ireland. There is a goodly chance he would die in battle.
Oh, verily?
Aye.
She's married
According
to
the stars,
arsehole
England's campaign against the Catholic rebels fares very
saying
ill.
he's in love with somebody,
Whilst Robert
and then the
Devereux
next
may
time
be
you
a
see him, he's in
skilled
love with
military
somebody
commander,
else.
the Catholic rebels are clever strategists. They have the upper hand.
This is Black Widow that we wanted him to marry and get murdered by.
I will at once to my husband go and entreat him not to venture to Ireland.
Murder him instead, like you're supposed to. We wanted you to get married so you could kill him. He's a wanker. We got a letter of recommendation. Okay, so we don't have to suck up to her anymore. Robert Devereux is a skilled military commander. He can barely command his own yardle from what I can tell. Okay.
Hear ye, hear ye. Lancelot Moore drowns in Irish bog. Grieving Moore family demands answers. Hear ye.
Lancelot Moore, second son of Sir Alfred Moore, was reported drowned in action Tuesday last near the town of Boyle in Ireland. Mr. Moore numbers among many casualties of Robert Devereux's troubled military campaign to quell the Irish Catholic. We told her don't send him, he'll get killed. So she sent him and he got killed. She wasn't in love, she did want him killed. Yes! Moore's family is reported to be distressed and seeking answers from authorities over his death. Most notably, this includes royal favourite Lady Barbara Talbot, who is said to be profoundly upset at having been denied the opportunity to be by her cousin's side in his final moments. Barbara is the cousin, the 14-year-old cousin that he didn't want to marry, and who didn't want to marry him back and was playing nasty tricks on him and putting dead mice in his food and stuff like that. And they both didn't want to marry each other. And now she is really grieving him. Oh my goodness, I like this story. It remembered that from the very, very beginning. I'm impressed with myself. I remembered that from the very beginning. But I'm so pleased she killed him.
Since blood left Alice in the lurch, for solution she does search. 'Tis true she's now bedded half the church. The blood left Alice in the lurch.
Bedded half the church.
Good day, mistress. What brings you?
I am come about my lover who is lately returned from Ireland.
Ah, yea, and your current lover is, as I recall... Ah, yes, your lover at present is Owen Wood, the Reverend Dean of Armagh, is it not?
Aye.
And according to my notes, you were afeard he might die in battle. And yet you do not appear to be much pleased he's returned alive. Whatever is the matter, madam?
It is being said around the diocese that my lover, Owen Wood, is romantically entangled with 2 other women.
And who might these 2 other women be? Might one of them be his wife, or...
Of course not. Do not jape with me, Foreman. I did hear that one of the ladies Owen is seeing is Mistress Ways, while the other is a certain Anne Hayborn, with whom I am not yet acquainted. I do hear she is a very young and comely maiden, though mayhap a maiden no longer. I prithee, scribble one of those doodles of yours and tell me if this be true.
Madam, if you will but afford me some silence and calm, I will compose one of my doodles, as you so call my mathematically precise astronomical charts, and endeavour to answer your question.
You could be so happy.
Is Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, wooing other women?
Conflict, deception, optimism. Owen Wood is deceiving Alice and wooing other women. Alice may be optimistic, for his relationship with these women is marred by discord. Surprise reversal. Sexual reversal. He's gay! Owen Wood, to everyone's great surprise, will abandon his wench-chasing ways. Romance. Owen Wood is conducting numerous romantic affairs. Aspires to bed-sweat gentle ladies. Intelligence, frugality. Owen Wood's time in Ireland has given him an occasion to reflect intelligently upon the current state of his financial affairs. He has decided to curtail his profligate spending. Represents mature man. God is gracing Owen Wood with maturity. Basically, he didn't get a promotion. He doesn't have much money to pay for all these lovers. I think that one.
I think I may allay your fears, madam. Owen Wood's military experiences in Ireland have given him time to reflect, and God has lately granted him the gift of maturity. He is not having intimate relations with those women, Mistress Ways and Anne Hayborn, I think you said they were. Moreover, one extramarital affair is all he can afford on a dean's income.
Then Owen Wood has been true to me. On my honour, that is well to hear. Verily, it does warrant celebration. Dr. Foreman, would you care to join me in
Oh my god, are you going to fuck her again?
You wish me to accompany you to the Quiet Bear, or... Ah.
Are you going to fuck her again? Coitus post consent. Why is he... Why is she? Why is she fucking him? She's got her husband, who's a useless sack of shit. She's cheating on him with this guy, Owen Wood. And every time she visits the doctor, she fucks him as well. Why? Are you doing this by lieu of payment? Are you just not paying him? Is this what's happening? Remember when you were a drunk lesbian? I do not think Foreman counts, for he is my doctor, is he not? Nay, indeed, I need not feel guilty. Remember when you were so happy? You were so happy to be a drunk lesbian with your Scottish friend with the cats. Oh. For someone who can't do anything without your chaplain doing it for you, you come to me a lot. Okay?
God give you good even, Your Grace. I trust you were pleased with the previous counsel I gave you? The advice I gave against granting Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury.
Ah, yes. Your counsel did indeed prove sound, for Dean Wood is now cods deep in scandal. The parish council has received numerous paternity suits, and 'tis said that scores of defiled wenches bethrong the gates of his deanery each morning, clutching
Defiled
suckling babes and
wenches.
demanding recourse. As for young Anne Hayborn, she has had her reputation ruined, and Dean Ways is barely speaking to his wife anymore.
On my word, how disgraceful.
Aye, indeed. If only Owen had the sense to exercise more discretion.
Yes, indeed, Your Grace.
The Bishop of London, for instance, manages his affairs very quietly. I might have been able to look the other way, but in this instance I could not let Owen's indiscretions pass. For a wretched local woman by the name of Mary Payne got wind of the scandal and stirred up a public fuss about it. Oh, the devil take the woman and her bacon-faced husband.
If I might venture an opinion, Your Grace, mayhap if we were to pay no heed to Mary Payne and her ilk,
husband.
they would eventually tire of their animus and leave us all be. But is it upon such problems you come this day, or upon some other matter?
I am come about my health. I believe I do ail of something.
Then pray, describe your complaint to me, Your Grace.
Well, I am afflicted with pain in my back, and at times I find myself hard of breathing. Indeed, I feel I may have phlegm in my chest, and I do bear these odd-looking spots upon my body that will not mend.
If you will permit me to loosen your robes to examine you? Oh, I see. Methinks I have a notion of what ails you. Let me confirm it with a reading of the stars. What troubles Archbishop Whitgift?
Is this a test? Is he testing us, or is he actually ill? Illness will get worse before it gets better. Troubled with mattering in the breast, chest pain, corrupt phlegm having gathered in the chest. Chronic intermittent imbalance of phlegm, addiction that may be reversed, severe imbalance of black bile. John Wycliffe. John Wycliffe is afflicted with knobs on the yard. A disease oft associated with lechery and characterised by wart-like growths on the privy member. So all your judgment on other people, and you've got knobs on the yard. His Whitgift gives all the knobs on the yard. Okay. So he's obviously going to be pissed off with us. If we tell him you've been fucking around, he's going to be pissed off with us. Suffering from the French pox, a venereal disease occasioned by lying with a pocky person. It's characterised by persistent sores on arms and legs, short-windedness and bodily aches. Is lying with a pocky person also going to offend him? That one, I'm pretty sure, is going to have him be insulted and say, I don't like you anymore. This one we might get away with. Giving him the wrong diagnosis is not going to help us.
Your Grace, I know not how to put this delicately. You have the French pox. I am not sure how this is possible, as you're a man of the cloth. Indeed, mayhap I check the stars again.
No need. I did suspect as much.
Oh, he's pretty calm about it.
Verily? How astute of you. The French pox can oft be difficult to cure, but in your case, it is not far advanced. This ointment of boar grease and mercury is to be applied to your entire body. It must be rubbed in vigorously to ensure the mercury is well absorbed into the skin.
Isn't that going to kill him?
You may then expect to see the sores on your body start to heal within a matter of days.
Oh shit, is your treatment going to kill him?
And I imagine your manservant William will be giving me this treatment.
No, Your Grace. The grease is to be taken home with you and applied
He
each
likes
night
William
before bed for
too?
9 days. Mayhap your chaplain could apply it to your Grace's body.
Ah, yes, a fine idea.
Ah.
I thank you for this treatment, sir. Fare you well,
You
Dr.
like
Foreman.
Before
the
you
young
leave,
boys.
Your Grace, might I inquire again as to the possibility of you granting me a medical license? Your Grace did mention you would give it careful consideration.
Ah, yes, indeed I did I not? Have no fear, Dr. Foreman. My chaplain is looking into
God.
it. Good day.
Your chaplain's not looking into it. Your chaplain is rubbing you down with mercury. Have I just killed him? Doesn't mercury kill you? It doesn't matter. You can die. I got a letter of recommendation. So you can't give me a medical license, but I can have... Oh. You are indecisive. You are indecisive. I do believe this doctor and I are beginning to develop something of an understanding.
Here comes Lord Devereux, ready to fight, wide-eyed and restless.
He can give me a letter of recommendation, but not the medical license.
But he knows that
His chaplain is running the thing. His chaplain's in charge. Never underestimate a mediocre man in fancy tights.
Give ye good morrow, my lord. I trust your lordship is well this day.
Well? God's body! Am I likely to be well?
Oh, he's pissed
I have
off.
been languishing under lock and key while all England goes to ruin.
Yes. I did hear something of your arrest.
How are you
I
here,
take
then?
it your encounter with the Queen did not go as well as planned.
Of course it did not. Her Majesty the Queen of England awakening to find a man hovering over her bed like a grinning fool, clutching a bunch of flowers in one hand and a box of sweetmeats in the other? God's death! What is in you? What did you think would come of me sneaking into the Queen's bedchamber?
But you were imprisoned in your York House residence, were you not? The fact that you were placed under house arrest and not imprisoned in the Tower surely speaks to the Queen's fondness for you. I trust your time in confinement was not uncomfortable, at least.
Well, yes, my time away from the world and its trifling concerns did, in truth, prove useful. It afforded me time to reflect on larger questions, to take stock of my life and put recent events in perspective.
I see. And what resolution did this quiet period of sober reflection bring you?
You're a man
A closer relationship with God? Or perchance you are resolved to spend more time with your family?
What? Nay. I said my mind was turned to larger questions. To wit, am I destined for greater things? Am I chosen by God to rule a kingdom? For I must needs act. The realm is under threat from within.
Is it our fault that you
For
do
why
this
was
revolution?
I verily imprisoned? Was it merely to punish me for some trifling mistakes I made in Ireland? Nay, 'twas to separate me from the Queen.
Well, I imagine after discovering you in Her Majesty's bedchamber...
Do you not yet see? The Privy Council means to keep me away from Whitehall, lest I see how they have contrived to control and manipulate the Queen since I left for Ireland.
My lord! Are you saying the Queen is weak and no longer in control of her reign?
Aye, indeed. Something must be done about it. Well, man, do not just stand there.
Yes, of course, my lord. Let us see whether the stars may give you your answer. Is Robert Lord Devereux, Earl of Essex, destined to, rule England?
Okay. Authority, strength, strong authority figure. Intelligence, cooperation, uses substantial wealth to cleverly ensure cooperation with his plans. In short, he should engage in bribery. Queen's failure to produce an heir will have violent consequences. Ignorance suffers from geopolitical ignorance. Foreign sovereign is destined to rule England. Deluded about his legacy. warns of death unless there is a change of course. That is the one that's gonna happen. Do well to limit the influence of his friend's advice upon him. A woman, Devereaux secretly motivated his feelings about the Queen and how he's been treated by her. Limit. So are we warning him, or are we just telling him what's going to go wrong? Because that's true. That's true. That's true. Do we give him an accurate prediction, or do we warn him? Warn him. Okay.
My lord, the stars give you warning against paying heed to the counsel of friends. Was it, perchance, a friend who planted the seeds of these suspicions? To wit, your lordship's concerns regarding the Privy Council?
Indeed, it was my friends who apprised me of the threat, but I see no reason to doubt them.
My lord, for the sake of your safety, I must ask you honestly, is it verily plausible, this notion that you were imprisoned on the Privy Council's orders to hide some manner of grand conspiracy? Or might the truth be far simpler, though harder to bear, that the Queen had good reason to punish you, and you are now vexed that you are no longer her favourite? Of course, I say this with the greatest respect and the greatest of...
What? God's teeth, man! What is in you this day?
In the way.
Indeed, I will not suffer to be lectured in such a manner. 'Tis apparent such complex affairs of state are far beyond the understanding of a commoner.
He's going to ego himself to death.
Astrologaster. I bid you a final adieu, for
He said
methinks
the title.
I will
He
have
said
no
the
need
title.
of you henceforth.
But my lord,
My duty is clear. For the sake of the realm and the safety of its people, I must act without delay.
Astrologaster.
Okay. That's the last time we see him, so he's dead. Claim to the throne may not be as strong as the Stuarts or the Lennoxes, Greys or the Yorks, but a pox on all their houses, God has chosen me. Oh, poor Lady Jane Grey. Yeah, she's dead too. She's gonna die too. I'm sorry.
Almighty God, redeem thy servant Sabbath track for thy eternal grace and mercy.
I did not think this game was going to unleash the amount of random Tudor knowledge I have. I have been able to make myself sound like I know a lot of history. I only know a more than average about this specific part of history.
Good day, Dean Blarg. How now, good sir? I see you do ale of something.
I do ale of something, Foreman. Forsooth, I fear I am very ill indeed, for I tremble day and night with fever, and my face does itch and prick with pain.
Good, verily. You do exhibit upon your nose and cheeks a rash of a most remarkable hue.
Before you do this reading for me, Foreman, I must have your word that you will not speak of this to my wife, Alice. In truth, I have had her believe that I was set upon by an angry swarm of wasps that have lately been nesting in the north transept of the cathedral.
I do understand. A kind husband would naturally wish to shield his wife from any undue distress.
Yea, that of course. And there be also the small matter of the promise I did make to restore the Blarg family fortune before I died, and thus not leave my wife and children to live in penury when I am gone. If Mistress Blarg were to think that I am gravely ill, it would provoke some awkwardness between us that I would rather wish to avoid.
I take it then that your finances are also in poor health.
Alas, they are. For as you accurately predicted,
Oh!
the Archbishop never did grant me the bishopric of
Got a
Salisbury.
letter of recommendation from you.
It would seem His Grace is content for me to remain in my current state of penury.
I see.
Yeah, being
Well,
a
as to your
money-grabbing
wife,
git
Alice,
has left
be
you
not
dying in
afeard, sir.
poverty.
We doctors take querent confidentiality most seriously. As Hippocrates did say, testa Apollinum medicum secreta, among other things. Now, mayhap we proceed to consult the stars on the matter of your condition. With what disease is my querent Thomas Blagg troubled, and how may he be cured?
Okay. Possibility of death. That's a word to say. Erysipelas. Skin disease of the face, accompanied with pain and fever. Evil digestion. He loves telling people they've got evil digestion. Bone shore, being a knob-like growth rising on the shin. Yeah. We'll tell him what it is. Yes, I randomly know a lot of this time period. Henry VIII, Elizabeth and James afterwards, because I worked at the Tower of London for 3.5 years in the gift shops. And you get even though you're just working in the shop, the tourists expect you to have answers to all their questions. It's so weird. You are expected to have all this historical knowledge. And you just absorb it. And weirdly enough, I retained a lot of it. So I can tell you like random things about our history in that time. And then non-Tower of London related history is like, I have no fucking idea. Okay, we're going to do this one.
It would seem you are troubled with a severe disease of the skin known as erysipelas.
Oh, I said that
It is
completely wrong.
Quite serious.
Erysipelas.
Though you may find some temporary relief from the pain and fever by vigorously purging from your fundament. To induce such a thing, I
Keep
do advise
shitting.
the consumption of a considerable quantity of prunes, or mayhap rhubarb. Of course, it does depend on the season.
Erysipelas? Prunes? Oh, merciful Lord, if it be thy will that I should die,
He was
and if
more
thou hast writ
offended
these
by
mortal signs
prunes.
upon the stars, I beseech thee, have thy servant Simon Foreman speak the truth.
Prithee, sir, I had not finished. Oh,
He
my
was
dear
so
friend,
offended by
I
prunes.
will not lie to you. Your condition is quite advanced. In truth, I fear you must prepare for the worst. If you will not share this grave news with Mistress Blagg, perchance you might speak to her from the safety of, from beyond the grave? That is to say, write her a letter that may be read to her after you're gone. Your loving words, though thus delayed, may provide her comfort in her time of grief and destitution.
God bless you for your candour, sir, as well your wisdom and friendship these last years. I will
I'm
now
the one
go
who
and pray
grasped
upon
you
what
up and
have
ruined
told
your
me.
promotion. We're the best of friends. Hi, I'm the guy who ruined your life. Okay. I think he's most pleased for the reading I gave today. Letter of recommendation. That was the final consultation. May the Lord God absolve me of my sins, for I fear my wife Alice will not.
An explorer's wife cannot share his life. She is
Oh my god, did he die?
was his at sea in a way so she.
Oh, it's just that he's always away. I thought he died. Okay.
Good day, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day? You seem a little out of breath.
Aye, 'tis but my bodice. My maidservant did lace it far too tightly. Methinks she is a trifle vexed with me. Indeed, the atmosphere in the Fortescue household is exceeding ill at present.
Verily? And why is that?
Someone has been stealing food from the larder in the night. This morning, 3 whole swan pies were missing. Each member of the Fortescue household suspects another.
And whom do you think is the author of these thefts, madam?
Well, I suspect my son Harold, as his fondness for pie is well known. But Harry denies it and has accused our maidservant Gladys. And 'tis true that Gladys has become suspiciously wide about the girth of late.
She might
And
be
as for
pregnant.
Gladys, well, she is convinced the culprit is our African parrot, Sir Muncelot Grey. But Sir Muncelot has denied the accusation and blames my monkey.
Ah, and who does your monkey blame?
How now, Dr. Foreman? Be not absurd. Monkeys cannot speak.
Ah, yes. Then 'tis fortunate that God can. Speak to us, that is, by way of the stars. Who in the Fortescue household has been sneaking into the larder at night
You go
to
to
steal
the doctor
pies?
for this. You go to the doctor to find out who's been stealing pies. Hypocrisy. She needs to turn her finger of accusation on herself because she ate all the pies. Oh, she said her bodice was too tight. You've got to do it in the football chant way. You've got to go, you ate all the pies, you ate all the pies, you fat bastard, you ate all the pies. You've got to do it like that. Otherwise, there's no point to this whole sequence. Family and friends have exercised constraint and discipline. So she's not going to be happy that we've told her. That we know. Sibyl's intuition about the identity of pie thief is wrong. Solution to this mystery is counterintuitive. Thief is the one suspect who has maintained their silence. Fortescue's children have been raised well. They know not to steal pies. So that way we're still saying the same thing, but we're not. We're giving her a way out, and we're not setting up an innocent person to be blamed, or an innocent parrot or monkey to be blamed. Evil from a foreign country is indicated here. Make changes to her will. Must she cut? No, fuck you. No, definitely not. Right, we're not even reading the last one. We're not framing the maid. Right, you fat bitch, you ate them. Or discreet way of saying it's none of them, it's the person who hasn't had a defence presented to me. We'll do that one. We're not framing the maid.
Madam, you may eliminate your son from your inquiries, for according to the stars, you have educated him well, and he knows not to steal pies.
Harry is innocent, is he? Then who has been eating our pies?
I am afeard it is the very last individual you would suspect. An individual who is in this very room with us now.
How now, Dr. Foreman? Surely you would not accuse me?
Oh, nay, not you, madam. 'Tis your monkey. What was his name again?
You mean to say Sir Nanahad has been stealing our pies? Oh, my days! What a naughty monkey!
Quite. He is most naughty indeed, 'twould seem.
Oh, poor monkey being
I must at once him go and
scapegoated.
apologise to Sir Muncelot. I never should have doubted him. God give you good even, Dr. Foreman.
Well, we
You have been a bad boy, have you not, Sir Nanahad? Who's a naughty monkey?
He accused
yes,
her and
you.
she deflected
You're
it
the
onto
naughty
the monkey.
Yes, you're the naughty monkey.
Good even, Mistress Fortescue.
Okay. Monkey framer. Okay. In that case, I wonder what it is that's making Gladys so fat. You couldn't fit in your bodice, remember?
Humphrey Bell to play our leading Jane. You must pay the price of looking thin and nice. Recover your fear, cease all your guilt and shame, lest you be judged and we accord you blame.
Okay. Oh crap.
Good evening, Mr. Bell. What brings you so late this evening, young sir? Have you come from the playhouse?
Yay, I'm come from playing a Duchess in a special performance of Richard II. You know, that play that makes the Queen look bad.
So, Mr. Shakespeare decided to revive his play, did he? I see.
I need you to tell me what to do about my pay. Our seamstress told me she heard Mistress Burbage discoursing how John Crisp is getting paid a full shilling for each performance.
And you feel this is unfair, I take it? I gather Mr. Crisp's pay is greater than yours.
Aye, sir. 'Tis full twice as much coin as they pay me. What I get is barely enough to cover my rent. And my parts are well bigger than his, innit?
And you can fathom no reason for this disparity in pay? He is more experienced, perchance.
What? I've been on the stage since I was a boy. And John's been playing for less than a year. Nay, sir. Mr. Burbage and them other company sharers are paying me less on account of how I'm doing the lady parts.
You mean to say you are being paid less simply because you perform lady roles?
Indeed. John only gets them main parts because he's big and tall, but I'm well better than he is. Critics call my Ophelia the most tantalisingly nubile and tragical performance since Henry Condell's Juliet.
Ah, yes. Having seen Hamlet, I would have to agree with them there. I must own that I too found your Ophelia most comely and alluring. Now, let's see what the stars advise. What can be done about you being paid less than players of masculine roles?
Okay. Wait, pay equity will come in time. Solve his problem by using romantic allure to seduce a woman. Continue to perform his duties. Remain quiet about the discrepancy in pay. Advises a reversal of deception. Must uncover the truth about what his colleagues are paid. Hypocrisy. Secrets are allowing Humphrey's employer to behave hypocritically. Humphrey's employers are shrewd businessmen. Humphrey's boss will do evil to others if it means safeguarding his legacy. Humphrey's boss's wife is pregnant with a masculine child. His boss can therefore not be trusted. What? That makes no sense at all. See, that is like, oh, they're shrewd businessmen. They're hypocrites. I'm not sure about finding out what everyone else's pay. But I don't like the subservient bullshit. Okay, we'll do that one.
According to the stars, your employers, the Lord Chamberlain's men, are very wise businessmen.
How do you reckon that? On account of them contriving to pay me less than I deserve?
Precisely so, Mr. Bell. And being so wise, they doubtless deter their hired men from discoursing upon the coin they receive for their labour, perchance to the extent where the men harbour such feelings of shame and suspicion about it, they would more readily show each other their privy parts before they would show their pay.
Aye, 'tis true enough. We oft pull our yardles out when we're jesting about and that. But as for a man's pay, forsooth, 'tis
we all
considered
get our dicks out all the time.
Well,
but
such
talking
prudery
about
must
pay?
end if you and your fellow players are to advance your interests, Mr. Bell. Indeed, methinks that if you were all to begin freely discoursing upon these matters, you will find you are not the only player being paid unjustly. If you do decide to demand more coin from your employers, I advise you to unify with the other hired men and speak as one voice.
Actors strike!
We shall unify and demand them company sharers pay us equal coin for equal playing.
Oh my god. Union! Just unionise Shakespearean actors. Wonder where he got this notion of unifying from. Dr. Foreman is well ahead of his time, isn't it?
Hear Hear ye! Earl of Essex, foiled in Queen, kidnap, attempt, shocker! Biggest treason fail since Babington plot! Hear ye!
Robert Devereux, Earl of Essex, has been arrested for plotting to kidnap the Queen and install himself as protector of the realm. Devereux is reported to have bribed a company of players to stage a revival of William Shakespeare's King Richard II, as this play invites treasonous comparison between the weak and incompetent King Richard and our present sovereign Queen Elizabeth. It was Devereux's intention to use it to rouse an angry mob and lead them to the gates of Kensington Palace. Failing to muster sufficient support for the London populace, however, Devereux was compelled to return home to Essex House, where he was arrested. Okay.
Alice Black, she is a wife. 'Tis one way to live.
Is he dead? Can you be a lesbian now?
Especially if you be Black's wife.
Good day, Mistress Blagg. Pray tell, how did things fare with your gentleman friend, Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh?
Alas, 'tis all over betwixt me and Dean Wood. I did ask him for a small loan, and he was most insulting about it. We have not spoken since. And I think I know why his ardour for me has cooled, for I did lately learn that he has been bedding half the women in the diocese.
Ah, yes. I too did lately hear of this.
So your stars were very wrong to tell me I had nothing to fear from other women vying for Owen Wood's affections. But this day I am come about my husband. Methinks he is ill, yet he pretends he is not.
Ah, pray describe his symptoms to me.
Well, yesterday I did remark that something was amiss when Molly McDoon and I returned from the playhouse. Well, there was a special performance of Richard II at the Globe.
She's still going on dates with her Scottish lesbian friend.
I know of it.
When I came in the door, there was an awful
play that makes the Queen
coming
look
from our
bad.
upstairs rooms. I went to see what the matter was and found my husband tucked up a bed, moaning and wailing, and with a monstrous rash all over his face. He told me some nonsense about having been stung by wasps, and that he is merely tired. But I do not believe him.
I see.
I bid you, Foreman, tell me true, for I grow ill with worry. Is it grave? Blagg had better not think of dying on me afore he has paid his debts.
Ah, for as his widow, by law, you would inherit them, would you not? But mayhap there is little to worry about. Let us consult the stars and see. What ails Thomas Blagg, the Dean of Rochester?
I love that everyone keeps talking about Richard II as, you know, that play that makes the Queen look bad. Mild deficiency of blood, troubled with the melancholy disease characterised by much woe and a preference for remaining abed. Swelling in the cods. He's got swelling in the cods. So do we actually tell her the truth? Well, we can't piss him off because we've got his letter of recommendation, so we can betray him. We can betray him.
Alas, I am afeard your husband is ill with a disease known as erysipelas. He is in grave danger. Indeed, his case is advanced and beyond treatment. There is nothing to be done now, but prepare yourself for his death, Mistress Blagg. Madam? Alice? Come, Alice, I will find you a chair.
Nay, I must not tarry. I am meeting Mistress McDoon at the Bear for a quiet one. Good day, Foreman.
But Alice...
Fall into the arms of your lesbian lover. Let her comfort you. Okay.
Hear ye, hear ye! Traitor loses head after losing mind. Earl of Essex gets the chop for treason. Hear ye!
On this day, the 25th day of February, in the year of our Lord 1601, Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, was executed for treason. The execution follows yesterday's trial at which he was found guilty of leading a foul plot against the realm. Formerly a favourite of both Her Majesty and the London public, the Earl's surprising betrayal of both Queen and country has shocked the nation.
If you try to argue with her, you will have no luck. She'll twist and turn your logic till your reason comes unstuck. Chastise Mary who you like, she will not give up. Will not give up.
And apparently her husband's face looks like bacon.
Well met, Mistress Payne. How fare you this day?
Most well indeed, sir, for I am just come from taking my niece on an outing to Tower Hill.
Oh, she watched him
'Twas
get
to see
beheaded.
the execution of the traitor Robert Devereux.
Ah, yes, Lord Devereux. What a tragic end to a promising career.
And such a lovely beheading they gave us. My niece and I very much enjoy the hangings at Tyburn, but a beheading is so much more elegant, is it not? Verily, 'tis a better class of execution, I find, and the royal executioner did go down on Devereux with such skill. A single stroke was all it took to give us the traitor's head.
Aye, 'tis true the royal executioner gives excellent...
But I have no time to tarry here and gossip with you, Dr. Foreman. I am come on a matter of great concern.
And what is this new matter that concerns you?
'Tis that England is filling up with foreigners. Indeed, 'tis been going on for so
I'm glad
many years
things
now
have
that in
changed
London
now.
'tis rare to hear anyone
And nobody
discoursing in the
mouths off
English
like
tongue
that.
anymore. The city is crawling with continentals.
Ah, then I take
Brexit
it you do
voter.
not enjoy your visit to the City of London.
Oh, nay, I have never been to London. For as I did just say, 'tis crawling with continentals, and Lambeth will soon suffer the same fate if we do not act. Why, only the other day, I spied a continental on the high street. A monstrous ogre of a man he was. And as for his face, his eyelashes were so fair, he had the appearance of having none at all.
Ah, yes, the Netherlanders. 'Tis true the people of the Netherlands can be fair of hair and tall of stature.
And 'tis surely no coincidence that Lambeth has suffered an increase in crime of late. We do not feel safe, Dr. Foreman.
That
Every
terrifying
night we
foreigner,
ladies of
Marriott.
4th Street do shiver in our beds at the thought of these frighteningly large men.
I do not doubt it, madam. Now, let us see whether the stars might allay or confirm
How
your
does
fears.
Marriott cope with all those
Should the
terrifyingly
residents
large
of Lambeth
men?
be concerned about an influx of continentals?
Okay, here's some of my Tower of London trivia. Only posh people, only nobility, only important people got beheaded. Everybody else had like a torturous death. They were hung, drawn, and quartered, or they were like just hung, whatever. They had different ways of killing them. But you got beheaded, it was because you were a high class person. And there was also somebody who was nobility, I can't remember the name of that actual person. They were nobility, they got beheaded for whatever they did wrong. And then they found out that they didn't have an official portrait. So they went to where they stick all the heads on the spikes on London Bridge, took the head down, brought the body out, put a ruff around the neck, stuck the head back on, and did the portrait of him after he was beheaded. Just because, oh no, he was no, but even though he was a traitor and got beheaded for being a traitor, he had to have a portrait taken. He's an important man. So can't remember the name of him, but the portrait exists, and this portrait was done after he was beheaded, which is an awesome thing. Violence. Lambeth residents' relationship with the continental immigrants is in danger of turning violent. Some continentals are lying about why they're in Lambeth. They have come here to rob Lambeth residents of our household possessions. We must not be deceived. Our duty lies with our domestic concerns, which should take priority. Oh, let's say lots of bigoted stuff. This represents authority figure. A war queen has been waging war on the continent. Unpleasantness in the name of religion has caused death and destruction. That's true. Residents of Lambeth have been somewhat hypocritical. The stars advise countering this. Ah, I like that. B is in the lead at the moment. Education. Continental immigration will enrich England's legacy with culture and innovation. Youths who have lost their sense of discipline are involved. We'll do B, because one of them's good and one of them's bad.
Madam, know you that many of these Continentals are Protestant refugees who are come to our shores fleeing Catholic violence?
Aye. They say the Spanish Inquisitors did torture the Netherlanders most cruelly in the name of their barbarous, backward religion. But though 'tis most lamentable, 'tis hardly our affair.
Is it not England's affair, though, madam? For 'tis England's numerous military adventures in that part of the continent that have helped make of it a constant cluster shambles. And until all warring ends and peace is restored, Continentals will evermore come hither seeking refuge. By not offering shelter to these innocent victims of war, are we not being a trifle, well, hypocritical?
Tush, Dr. Foreman, do we not see? The only way to win peace for the Continentals is to defeat the Catholic armies who invade their lands.
Very Christian of you.
Has England not already spent enough of our own coin trying to save these Continentals? Are we now to offer them our land and houses as well? Why, we would have naught left for our own poor and indigent.
But, madam...
Verily, 'tis not right to expect the residents of Lambeth to bear such burdens. 'Tis neither fit nor proper. I will have my husband ride to Lambeth Palace at once and demand the Archbishop act to ensure the needs of Englanders come first. Blessed day, Dr. Foreman.
Well, I'm getting a letter of recommendation from her. Wonder when Mr. Payne will be getting home from the butcher's. I could do with a lovely big bit of gammon this evening. She's calling herself and her husband gammoners.
Hear ye, hear ye! Dean of Rochester Cathedral dies. New Dean pledges to refurnish empty cathedral. Hear ye!
Local residents were saddened this day by tidings of the death of Thomas Blagg, Dean of Rochester Cathedral. He leaves behind a wife, Alice Blagg, and children John, Thomas, Cornwallis, Edmund, Nicholas, and Francis.
Humphrey man, at ease is our reward, for it is not enough to leave my fans alone.
So you're not getting paid then?
We sigh, we drool and swoon when we see you entering the room.
Good day, Mr. Bell, and well met. I recall you were hoping for a pay rise. How did that go?
Well, I got a pay rise, innit? I took your advice about banding together with the other hired men and gabbing about how much coin we was getting. Turns out, another one of the lads weren't getting paid enough for his lady parts neither. So, we all refused to do our rehearsals until the boss man fixed it.
Well done, Mr. Bell. I must say I am most proud of you.
But this day, I am come about my skin. She's so clapped, I need twice as much ceruse as normal.
Ah, yes, Venetian ceruse. The white lead and vinegar paste ladies and players use to whiten their faces.
You have to fix it for me, Doctor.
Put
for
lead
my
on your
Mr.
skin.
Shakespeare's new play, I'm to play a lady who disguises herself as a lawyer.
A lady cunningly disguised as a lawyer? Forsooth, how original. But I see not why you need worry over your complexion. Having a sound grasp of Latin and a talent for eloquence are the usual qualifications of a legal advocate, are they not? Is it verily necessary for this lawyer to have beauty as well?
Well, Mr. Burbage seems to think so.
These are enlightened times, and we must have confidence in our audience that they will accept, even welcome, the notion of a lady of learning, as long as she be lovely enough to lie with.
I see. And 'tis true your skin is looking a little less than lovely at present. Let us see if we may find a remedy for it in the stars. What is the matter with Humphrey Bell's face, and what may be done to improve its appearance?
What is the matter with Humphrey Bell's face? Psychological effect. Humphrey suffers from melancholy condition that can make the skin appear pale in appearance and introduce fanciful imaginings in the mind. Illness would be temporary. The temperature of the liver occasioned by some kind of poison. Is that warning you against the lead face paint? Hopefully he's troubled with ugliness. You can't diagnose someone with ugliness. You can't diagnose someone with ugliness. Humphrey is troubled by ugliness. I think we need to warn him that the face paint is poisoning him. Diagnose him with ugliness.
The stars indicate that your skin troubles are occasioned by the cerusse paste you're applying to your face. The lead it contains is causing your scabs and, if I am not mistaken, some thinning in your hair. But these are merely indications of a greater trouble it is causing. A distemperature of the liver. You must no longer apply lead to your face, Mr. Bell.
What you mean, like, 'tis poisonous or something?
Oh, nay, lead is not poisonous. You merely seem to have a sensitivity to it, is all. I will write you up a prescription to take to an apothecary. He will concoct you a paste from alum, tin ash, and sulphur as a replacement for the cerusse you have been using. And to hide the damage to your skin, you might apply the white of a raw egg to your face. 'Twill act as a kind of glaze over your complexion.
So all this will fix my face, yeah? Zah! I thank you kindly, Dr. Foreman.
Okay, so he was pleased with that. Okay. I should be the best man at playing a woman, playing at being a lawyer Mr. Burbage could ever ask for. Hello, Kachansky. Did you come up to see what I was laughing at?
Mr. Foreman, doubtless I need not explain why you have been brought before the College of Physicians this day. We have been informed that you persist in practicing medicine without a license.
Why are you
in
still
defiance
dressed as
of the
a fake
law and in
Italian?
spite of previous warnings given you by myself and my distinguished colleagues. How do you answer this charge? Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Sirrah?
I say that I am a good
They're
doctor.
going to ask me questions again.
And that my many years of experience have allowed me to perfect my methods as a true physician.
You would dare speak of your methods, Mr. Foreman? We are informed that you write your patients' names and complaints in a notebook, doubtless all the better to blackmail them with.
Ah, yes, my case books. Indeed, sir, 'tis most useful to be able to remember a querent's history.
Furthermore, you use astrological readings not simply to predict the course of an illness or judge the best time for a treatment, as good medicine teaches us, but you find the cause of the disease in the stars. You refuse to examine your patient's urine for this purpose.
Well, yes,
And you would dare claim that in these past years you have gained medical knowledge and skill from mere experience? Then I invite you to provide proof of it now. You will submit to an examination.
Okay. I don't remember. No, that didn't sound good. Black bile. Melancholic. Okay. Intelligence. Okay, so Venus was a negative thing because I took offense at that because Venus was a very sweet guinea pig. Mercury was lots of positive things. But was it intelligence? Mercury is always positive. Jupiter. I don't know what Saturn is. Okay. Okay, that was good. Okay, I think. Which zodiac rules the head? Aries?
Silence! Simon Foreman, you have failed this examination, and thereby have proved yourself unfit to practice medicine. Remove this charlatan, this carnival quack from my sight!
What, again? I demand to
There's
speak
too
with my
much
legal
stuff to
counsel.
memorise.
You will regret this.
I can't memorise all that stuff. So it was with shock and distress that I did learn of your current situation, but worry not, Dr. Foreman, for you will be freed from jail this very day. I beseech Sir Alfred Moore, the father of my dear late husband, to exert his influence on your behalf, but Sir Alfred does warn that the College of Physicians cannot be obstructed for long, and that you verily ought to procure a medical license. Okay.
Alice Black has suffered woe. Life has brought her very low. Mayhap there be some solution, though. Read the stars and we shall know.
I've been going for a while. Hold on. I've been going for 6 hours. How long is this game? What's it called? Astrologaster. This says it's 5 hours. I've been playing it for 6. Okay. I've been playing this much slower than you're supposed to. Yeah.
Well met, Alice, dear friend. Since your husband's death, I have oft thought of you. Fare
Maybe
you
it's
well?
the choices I'm making.
Foreman, I am sorry for not coming to see you
Maybe
sooner.
it's the choices
I
I'm
was
making.
grateful for your warning about Blarg's illness. It gave me the sense to bide with him in his final hours. It was only then that I did realise how much I did love the old fool. Despite his mump-headed nature and his leaving me and the children with not a penny between us. But the day after he passed, I came upon a note he had writ for me. I warrant that was your idea, was it, Foreman?
It may have been.
Girl.
Then I thank ye for it, Simon. It was a comfort to be left
We're
something
5
to remember
away
him
from
by,
a letter of recommendation
even if
from
it be
her.
the only thing he did leave me. But things are better since I did become Mistress Macy.
Then you have remarried?
Aye, 'twas the only means of putting a roof over our heads and meat in our bellies. And Mr. Macy is a kind man. Oh, but Foreman, we may not have our roof much longer. Macy has threatened to leave me.
You've only just got married.
Well, to be fair, I suppose I did fail to apprise him of the full extent of Blarg's debts, which are, as you know, not inconsiderable. But what am I to do about it now?
Ah, yes, of course. By marrying you, he is now responsible for the debts of your late husband, according to the law. In sooth, 'tis a high price to pay for a wife. No matter the marital bliss her bountiful charms and fine qualities do doubtless afford him.
Ah, save it for another day, Foreman. 'Tis not your chub-brained flattery I am come for. 'Tis your counsel.
She's not come for another
Then let
shag.
us see if the stars may offer a solution. How may Alice Macy prevent her husband petitioning for a divorce?
Anger, neuroticism. Okay. Right, I need to pay attention. I know Mars is like war and anger and all that bullshit. Neptune is neurotic. So Neptune is negative things as well. Mr. Macy feels nervous about being burdened with Thomas Blarg's debts and angry towards Alice as a result. Family trip might turn things around. Evil. So Uranus is evil. Evil anus. God is punishing the deceased Thomas Blarg by visiting evil sins of the father upon his widow and children. Sun. Mature man. Thomas' his legacy is the debts he's burdened his widow with. Saturn constraint. Alice must be realistic and temper his hopes. That's not even anything. That's just stating what she's told us. Like, that one advises her to go on a family trip. Let's see what that is.
Alas, you have little hope of calming your new husband's feelings about your late husband's debts. But the stars suggest that your family might go abroad, and thus put yourself out of the reach of Blag's creditors. You must do this without delay.
Go abroad? You mean where foreigners live?
Aye. My chart also suggests that you find some creative solution to ensure your husband's cooperation in such a project. Has he ever expressed an interest in the New World colonies?
I was going to send it to America.
You might suggest an extended tour
Go to
of Roman
Canada.
antiquities.
Go to Canada instead.
Nay, but I will put my mind to it. But if we do go abroad, this is doubtless the last time I shall ever see you, Foreman.
Oh my god. Are you going to have a farewell shag? Coitus... You... Fucker. He's fucked her again. He fucked her again. Letter of recommendation. Okay, so she's leaving. Come on, Alice, you can do it. Miss Maysay was a chump head enough to marry you, so mayhap he'll go abroad with you as well.
Hear ye, hear ye. Nation mourns death of beloved Queen. King James of Scotland tipped to succeed to the English throne. Hear ye!
Okay, all England is in mourning as news spreads of the death of our beloved sovereign Queen Elizabeth Tudor, oft referred to as Good Queen Bess, by her subjects expired of natural causes on this day, 24th day of March, the year of our Lord, 1603. Although Her Majesty left no heir nor named successor, her cousin and nearest blood relation, 57-year-old James Stuart, King of Scotland, is rumoured to be travelling down from Edinburgh to be crowned King of England later this week. Okay.
Humphrey Bell, you must not take so ill, for though your beauty does fade, we do adore you still. Our eyes so wide, our thoughts so unqualified, at the sight of your shapely
Your face isn't nice anymore, but look at that ass.
Good day, Mr. Bell. Oh, I must congratulate you on your performance of the comely lady lawyer in The Merchant of Venice, and methinks your skin is much improved. 'Tis verily glowing.
Aye, Dr. Foreman. Changing my lead paste for sulphur worked very well. Mistress Burbage says I now look a picture of beauty.
Did she now?
Well.
'Tis well to hear the troubles with your skin are resolved. Now, what is it you come for this day?
Mr. Shakespeare has written a new play, and I need to look younger if I'm to get a good part in it. 'Tis about an ancient Roman general called Titus Andronicus. I wish to play the role of his comely mother, the Lady Tamara.
You need to look younger in order to play a man's mother, you say. But according to my casebook, why, sir, you are not yet 25 years of age.
Aye, sir, indeed. 'Tis but the business of playing, though, innit? At least, according to Mr. Burbage, he was well vexed when I pointed out how the man played Titus is near as old as I am.
If the stage is not to your liking, Mr. Bell, I invite you to seek employment elsewhere.
All right, then. Let us see what the stars advise. What can be done to make my querent Humphrey Bell appear younger?
I went to see Hamlet, a production of Hamlet, and when we were looking at the programme, the actress playing his mother was 7 years older than him. Transformation. Humphrey must undergo a transformation to repair the damage Time's legacy has wrought. Okay. Just transform. Mercury, creativity. Good angels have bestowed upon Humphrey the talent of artistry, which he can use to improve the appearance of his face. Advises that something refined that has been obtained from a foreign country can help him appear younger, but there's cruelty involved. Is this like the Tudor version of Botox? God's will Humphrey embraces his masculinity as he matures. Are you going to tell him to go for the male parts? Humphrey is out of touch with reality, cannot reverse the aging process and look younger. Humphrey's bosses are impossible to please. Humphrey should be pessimistic about his ability to reverse the aging process. So, that I would pick, but I don't want to pick those. Are we doing the Botox? Let's see what Botox is.
We must address your problem scientifically, Mr. Bell. Youth is characterized by sanguinity, governed by the humour blood. Therefore, we need to give you the appearance of having an abundance of blood. In your cheeks and lips, for instance.
So how do I do that?
With insects.
You what?
One moment while I fetch a pot of them from my cabinet. Now, these are what are called cochineal beetles. Do not be afeard,
just going
for they
to
are
colour
dead.
your face
They
in.
have been shipped here from the New World. You must crush a handful of these creatures into a powder, mix it with water, and then apply it to your cheeks and lips.
Beetle juice on my face? I will not lie, that sounds mad. I'll give it a try though.
Cochineal is the reason until like 10 years ago, I could not eat pink mini eggs. And I couldn't eat certain things dyed pink because they were using it. That was what the pink dye was. It was cochineal, which is made from crushing insects. Very recently, they were still doing it. So, cake or chocolate or something that was dyed pink, vegetarians couldn't eat it. But they I think once everyone became aware of what it was, even the meat eaters were like, I don't want to eat that. Use chemicals instead. Current desire to know what might do to appear younger. Okay. Ladies who are using beetle juice, it might be on the level. Poor little beetles though, innit? Oh God, who's she poisoned now? Maybe it was different concentrations, so it was different shades of red.
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I do you, sir?
Oh, Dr. Foreman, I have urgent need of your advice. Oh, woe! I know not what I am to do.
On my word, madam, I have never before seen you in such a state. Pray tell, whatever can the matter be?
'Tis my husband, Captain Fortescue. God mend me! He has been implicated in a conspiracy to commit treason.
Ah, yes, your husband, Captain Henry Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh, is he not? Oh, methinks I see your problem. For Raleigh has been implicated in a plot against our new king, has he not? 'Tis said the plotters wished to oust the king and install the king's cousin on the throne. Or was Raleigh involved in that other plot? The one to kidnap the king and force him to appoint a more religiously tolerant privy council. In truth, there are so many plots against the English throne these days, 'tis hard to keep abreast of them all.
Indeed, I know not which plot Sir Walter was arrested for, but I have heard tell that the Privy Council seeks to find conspirators amongst his associates. Hence I have been hiding my husband in our cellar and pretending he's still away at sea.
But why would your husband fear arrest? Was he involved in Sir Walter Raleigh's plot?
Nay, he was not. But all London believes that he and Sir Walter are very great friends.
Ah, yes.
You've been telling us that this whole time.
But what of your own friends, Mistress Fortescue? All those lords, ladies, and bishops who have so oft graced your table, would they not speak in your husband's defence?
Well, dear Emma says she will speak for my husband, but alas, she now has little influence at court on account of some scandals of her own. As for my other acquaintances, they have all disowned me. They decline my invitations, and no one is at home to me when I call upon them. Even Sir Munchalot has stopped speaking to me.
Even your parrot, madam? On my word, that is very cold.
I beseech you, sir, read the stars and tell me how I might save my husband from arrest. Pray assure me he will be safe.
Let us see, then. Is Captain Henry Fortescue in danger of being arrested for treason? If so, what might Mistress Fortescue do to prevent it?
All those fair weather friends, they're always coming over to be poisoned when you're popular. Sybil Fortescue is deluded and has lost touch with reality. God will punish Captain Fortescue violently for his part in the conspiracy. Fortescue family's reputation is dead. They will go down in history as traitors. Okay. King will be waging violent war in a foreign country, thus distracting him from hunting for Raleigh's co-conspirators. Maybe that could be good. Be optimistic about your husband's fate, for the plot against the king will soon be taken far less seriously than it is now. Read the stars by selecting reading things out that I don't need to read. Despite what she may think, Sybil Fortescue can still use her social authority and influential relationships to aid her husband. Intelligence, of course, is for Sybil to keep her distress a secret from the world and behave as if she has nothing to fear. Was that one? King will soon be waging a violent war in a foreign country. No, that's not. This is the king that they tried to kill with the gunpowder plot. This is the one that Guy Fawkes tries to kill. But I don't think it happens this early. Okay, we'll try that one.
Madam, although your friends in the royal court may no longer own you in public, perchance they could be prevailed upon to act on your behalf in private. Verily, madam, I urge you to write to them and bid them use their influence in your family's favour. Mayhap they can quietly speak well of your husband to the king and to the lords of the Privy Council. In the meantime, you must behave as if you have nothing to fear or be ashamed of, as if your husband is full innocent of treason. Hold your head high, Mistress Fortescue.
But oh, Dr. Foreman, surely you see how low I am come.
Madam, have you not before suffered the slings and arrows of social misfortune and yet risen victorious?
Well,
You had a house full of guests purging from all their orifices, and yet you did not waver. You suffered an attack upon your mucosal membrane by the most fiendish of New World fruits, those known to affright the bravest of conquistadors, and yet you soldiered on. And after you played the fool before lords, bishops, and countesses, still they thronged for invitations to your luncheons. Truly, madam, are you not a leader amongst women? Reclaim your place at London's dinner tables and use it to save your husband. Take back your Camelot.
Indeed, sir. Yay! I shall not be cowed by spiteful wagging tongues any longer. I now go forth to restore my husband's honour and our family's good name.
Fare you well, and Godspeed, Mistress Fortescue.
Okay. Oh, I thought that said not pleased. Most pleased. That's good. This was the final time we see her. Find a way to save my husband. Tomorrow is another morrow. Oh, he's back. He's not 25.
Come down, you're just too old for a living wage.
Good day to you, young sir. May I say, your playing of Titus Andronicus's comely mother was excellent. Well, a wondrous performance, Mr. Bell.
Aye, well, they let me play her in the end. Your crushed Beetlejuice thing worked very well. Mr. Burbage decided to keep me in the role when he saw my rosy cheeks and that.
Indeed.
People have started to
I am
suspect
glad
that
the
everyone she
functioning of beetle
marries
treatment
immediately
proved efficacious.
dies.
I'm not so sure I am, innit? My newfound loveliness has stirred a passion in Mistress Burbage. She's been trying to move to me.
On my word. But surely, Mr. Bell, if Mistress Burbage's attentions occasion you discomfort, you have merely to tell her so. Make it plain you wish your relationship to remain professional and bid her abstain from any amorous advances.
You what? Nay, sir. If I air her, she'll be vexed and I could lose my job. Know you what I mean?
Ah,
Know
I
you
see,
what I
yes.
mean?
If she were to take umbrage, she might use her influence over her husband to prevent you from getting work. Well, I do have a recipe for a very effective aphrodisiac. Nay? Then let us see what the stars advise. How might Humphrey Bell calm the ardour of Mistress Burbage without it costing him his career?
Okay. Right, two options. Mistress Burbage has a choleric temperament. In it, man. When it comes to affairs of the heart, she prefers to be the one in charge. He's speaking chav. Because the thing is, it sounds like this voice actor sounds like a black British actor, but it could be a white guy doing an Ali G, doing an impression of how the young black kids talk. It does sound like a black British actor, though. Mistress Burbage is troubled with a habit for indulging in lustful passions. So one of them is just saying she's horny. It offers no solution. Basically, this is like she's a dominant. So we're basically telling him to be a submissive.
The stars indicate that Mistress Burbage harbours an excess of choler in her heart. It has given her a somewhat dominating disposition, and such women oft show a preference for men they perceive to be submissive.
What are you saying, Doc?
Perchance if you were to adopt a more assertive, commanding demeanour, Mistress Burbage's lustful ardour may be tempered.
What do you
I
mean,
was going to
like?
say,
You're henching that.
Doms aren't going to like a
I will
person
not
being
lie.
dominant with them.
It's not me though, innit?
But he wants
You
to
hear
turn
me?
her off, so that would
You are
work.
a skilled player, are you not? Think upon it as a role I have given you, as if all the world's a stage, and you are merely playing. At being, hench, as you so call it. You can do it, Mr. Bell.
Aye.
So he reckons
Yay,
she likes him
methinks I
because
can.
he's
Oh,
a
thank
submissive.
you kindly, Dr. Foreman.
So act more dominant. Okay. And a letter of recommendation from him too. Okay. Next time Mistress Burbage stokes the fire and tells me to take off my doublet, I'll tell her man's not hot in it. So I have the best of tidings. I have managed to use my influence to ensure my husband is safe from the executioner's block. Indeed, my petitioning of courtiers and their wives has been so successful that the royal court is now abuzz with talk of the innocence of Captain Fortescue and how he has been the victim of a gross miscarriage of justice. A sonnet upon the subject has been composed, and I hear tell that Mr. Shakespeare intends to write a play about it. Woohoo! She gets to poison more people. Black Widow.
Many times outrageous is needless to say, despite her sins, may she be saved. The rest of what God gave. Here comes crafty Emma. What does she ask for now?
God give you good day, madam.
Good day to you, sir, and well met.
Before we begin, may I offer you my deepest condolences for the death of your husband, Mr. Moore.
Oh yes, Lancelot. Your prediction that he would die on the battlefield in Ireland was most precise.
He joined the military campaign in Ireland even after the warning I gave you. But if I was not clear on the dangers...
Fret not, Foreman. You were very clear, which is why I did send him. The little shrub humper was testing my patience. If I'd had to endure another word of his wretched sonnets, I would have beaten him to death myself. Having the Irish do it merely saved me the bother.
Well, I am sorry to hear of your husband's passing, but, madam, are you quite well? You do not seem quite yourself this day, if I may remark on it.
Dr. Foreman, I am more myself than you have ever seen me, for during these past years I have been playing a role that has served me well, to be sure, but I am grown tired of it. Indeed, I am not proud of my dissembling. I'm not proud of some other things besides.
And doubtless you are come to unburden yourself by confessing your, what those things are.
What? Nay, of course not. As I was saying, whilst my dissimulations have afforded me wealth and status, such a life as I have lived has not fulfilled me. For though I have been married many times, and known many men, I have always lacked one important thing.
A moral compass?
And that thing is love. In short, I have found love, Dr. Foreman, and the object of my affection is not one of these privileged popinjays I've met at the royal court. Nay, 'tis a real man, a man who knows what it is to make his own way in the world.
Oh, you mean to say... You mean you and I?
Verily, upon seeing him play Tamara in Titus Andronicus at the Globe one even, I was... well, my heart was took.
I see. You are in love with a player then, I take it.
Aye.
Don't you
And I wish to marry him. But first, I would know whether such a match be advisable. Is our love true? Or is my considerable coin and property where his true affections lie? Such a deception would not surprise me in truth.
Well, nay, doubtless it would not. Let us see whether the stars can tell us.
Oh. Evil intentions. Being out of touch with reality. Mind of Emma's beloved is on the coin you would inherit. So basically this is telling her, no, he's using you. If Emma and I were romantic partners, I would not trust her. Emma's duty as a wife would be impossible to fulfill. It's cruel to deprive a man of children. That's bullshit. But the other two are actually pretty good. Emma's relationship with her young man has changed her. Marriage between... no. Okay. We'll do B.
You should not wed this man.
Oh? And why is that?
Your duty as a wife may be impossible to fulfill.
I'm not sure I take your meaning. I assure you there's no trouble in that department.
Well, to be frank, he is a young man, is he not? With his life full before him. And at your age, you cannot expect to bear him many children. The stars suggest that to deny him such blessings would be most cruel.
Ah, I see.
She's being
Though
negative.
I do not care much for your intimation, I must own there is something in what the stars say. Methinks I must discourse upon the matter with him. I would not wish cruelty upon my dear Humphrey.
Okay. I already have a letter of recommendation from you. Desire creates a woman to put a man's needs above her own.
Humphrey Bell, our thoughts we must disclose, for your acting is fine. You wear too many clothes. 'Tis hot, 'tis hot, revive not, Sit down, recline upon this couch and take a leave.
So did she still try and seduce him?
Good day, Mr. Bell. I see here in my notes the last time you came to us for counsel regarding Mistress Burbage and her tender advances.
Aye, and your advice to be dominating her were very well. This made Mr. Burbage start seeing me in a whole new light, innit? He was well impressed when I told her to go make me some pottage before rehearsal.
If you are so eager to comport yourself like a man, Humphrey, methinks 'tis time you did so upon the stage.
I see. So, as well as resolving the matter with Mistress Burbage, you have also been promoted to playing male roles now.
Yay!
On my word, that is very well to hear.
'Tis about another lady I'm come this day. 'Tis a member of the
Unisex
audience
performer.
who comes to all my performances and brings me flowers and sweetmeats. A mature lady. A widow, innit?
Another one.
A widow,
On my
innit?
word, you are most ill-fortuned, Mr. Bell. Verily, are no young players safe these days from being preyed upon by lecherous old ladies?
'Tis not all ladies, Dr. Foreman. Not this one, anyways. Emma ain't like any of the other ladies I've met.
Oh, you
In
like her
Dr.
too?
Foreman, we wish to be wed. I love her, innit?
Then what is your trouble?
Well, I've heard tell of some vexing things. There are them that say she has a heart of stone and only marries to get her hands on a man's money. Though I have none, and she be rich. But she has been widowed many times, and there's even a rumour saying she's had a hand in her husband's deaths.
Oh, verily? How shocking.
I must own to being a trifle shook by it, and maybe a bit
He
excited
doesn't
as well.
have money.
But mainly shook, innit?
Doubtless
Which
you are, for 'tis most
doesn't give her
frightening
a
if there be
motive
any
to
truth
kill
to
him.
these rumours. We must consult the stars and see whether it be wise for you to marry.
But she
Should
does kill
Humphrey
people
Bell
the second
wed
they
this
are
wealthy
irritated.
widow, and what will become of him if he does?
Oh my god, is there something I can pick that means he kills her and inherits all her money? The lady's psychotic instincts regarding amassing of wealth have changed. Reversal of psychosis. Rumours about the lady are cruel. Humphrey can expect a pleasant inheritance from this lady as she is very rich. In time, if he keeps faith, Humphrey will have children with this lady. Does he want to have children? It's an assumption that he wants it. Beneath her gentle exterior, the lady harbours hidden motives. A death will occur on the couple's honeymoon. The lady has a creative approach to marriage and is not to be trusted. I don't like the children one. I do like the telling him he can inherit from her one. Psychotic, basically that's telling him no. She's changed her ways. She's changed her ways, do it, or do it you can inherit. I don't want to say she's changed her way when I'm not 100% sure she has.
Mr. Bell, it has been my privilege to guide you over the years, in matters of work and in life. Wisely, I hope, but certainly with the greatest sense of care for your well-being. Indeed, I have come to think of you as a father might think of a son.
Or a
'Tis a
daughter.
responsibility I have not taken lightly, and in loco parentis, as it were, I feel an obligation to...
Sir, begging your pardon, sir, but I'm going to stop you right there because I need to know, innit? Should I marry Emma or not?
The
I need
stars
to know,
bless the
innit?
match between you and this widow, Mr. Bell. Forsooth, she is, let us be frank, wondrous wealthy. Marrying her will make you a rich man indeed, and with time and faith, you will have many children together.
I'd have to have a full lot of faith, though. My Emma is all of 6 and 40 years of age.
Emma, you say this lady's name is?
Dr. Foreman, methinks your stars ain't working true this day. I'll best make this life-changing decision on my own, innit?
Okay. So he didn't go with that. But I already got a letter of recommendation. Retire from the stage once I am wed, mayhap do a charity work or something. Oh God!
She prefers a hanging, though she readily admits, fueled after drinking turnip wine until she's off her farm.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne. It has been quite some time since I last saw you. Did you ever hear from the Archbishop? I recall your husband was intending to write to him, expressing your concerns about the Continentals.
Aye, we did write, but he never replied. Not that I am surprised, mind you, as they do say that Archbishop Whitgift is a very idle man, not to speak of the unsavoury goings-on within the walls of Lambeth Palace. They say that in the great dining hall the Archbishop and his guests do feast and carouse from dusk till dawn, and 'tis said that in some of the palace rooms they indulge in fornication and sodomitical sins.
Verily indeed. Then doubtless that leaves him very little time to reply to every...
Truly methinks being surrounded by such decadence and corruption of the flesh is likely to have made the Archbishop very hard. Aye, bearing witness to so much vice would make a man very hard indeed. Hard, Dr. Foreman? Insensible to the needs and difficulties of ordinary folk such as you and I. Verily, I do not wonder that such a hard man gave me no satisfaction.
She is saying
which
hard.
Which is why I am come
lot.
to you this day, Dr. Foreman. Something did trouble me last night, and I would have you tell me what it might have been.
I will if I can, madam. Prithee, describe it to me.
Well, at first was the noise of a boat that did awaken me. I got up out of bed and went to the window to see what was. As you know, on 4th Street we are right by the banks of the Thames. In the moonlight, I could just make out a ferry crossing the river, loaded up with large barrels.
And you thought it suspicious?
Aye, indeed, for the hour was very late and the boat's lamp was not lit. I did not wake Mr. Payne to ask his opinion, for, in truth, he has told me he wishes to hear no more about the things I see from our window. So, I am come to you, for I can have no rest until I know who those men were and what they were doing. Who knows what foul deeds may be afoot in Lambeth Town? Mayhap the men I saw were Catholic spies, engaging in some manner of nefarious plot against the realm.
Then let us see. What does God have to say regarding this boat you saw crossing the Thames last night? Was it some kind of elaborate Catholic plot, or is there a more likely explanation?
Okay, 3 options. Mistress Payne is unpleasant and delusional. I would love to say that. Mistress Payne wants to change the world. That is the legacy she intends to leave. Mistress Payne is unhappy with her children. They are doubtless grown up and are now neglecting her. The goods the boat were transporting were questionable. I don't give a shit about that. The information should be reported to the authorities, likely ideally a friend or acquaintance with some connection to them. The boat's journey was undertaken for evil purposes. Ambitions or disloyal... Right, I'm going for delusional old bat. Yeah.
Madam,
she's not gonna like
we
it,
must approach this in a calm, reasonable manner. If a grand plot against the realm were afoot, is it likely that it would be taking place at the end of your street? How now, Mistress Payne? There is surely a perfectly innocent explanation for a boat with a broken lamp crossing a river at night.
Then the stars say it was no Catholic plotters at work.
Mistress Payne, I must wonder whether there be a reason for your grand imaginings of Catholics around every corner plotting against the English realm. Might this fixation be occasioned by painful affairs close to home that you would rather not think on? For instance, mayhap you have a son who has lately not writ you a letter. I do assure you, loneliness at your time of life is quite normal. Many women in your situation do oft call upon their doctors when they feel...
Hold, sir! I am a very busy woman and I take my responsibility to my community most seriously. I have not the time for, nor do I appreciate your idle speculations regarding my domestic affairs. Mark me, Dr.
Talk to
Foreman.
the
If
hand.
it verily was a band of Catholic conspirators I saw last night, 'twill not be the last we hear of them.
Yeah, I knew it'd piss her off. Okay. Jeez, does not have. What in the name they called the Continentals from the pamphlet I read. Waffle-faced turnip huggers, methinks. Such japes.
Hear ye, hear ye! Catholic terror plot
Oh,
to
it
blow up
was!
Parliament
It
foiled!
was the gunpowder plot.
Gunpowder barrels discovered in cellar! Hear ye!
Disturbing reports just in from Westminster that barrels of gunpowder were discovered in a cellar under the Houses of Parliament late last night. Sources indicate that the gunpowder plot was a Catholic conspiracy led by Robert Catesby, assisted by a Continental by the name of Guido Fawkes. I did not think it was that early into his reign. I thought he'd been around a bit to piss people off. She's back. She's back.
Until her views become the norm, then 'twill be quite a shock. But for now, let's laugh at her and how her niece laughs. How her niece laughs, la 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 la.
Good day, Mistress Payne. You seem in good cheer.
That I am, Dr. Foreman. This day I am taking my niece on a lovely outing to see the cockfighting in Vauxhall.
Ah, there is a cockpit in Vauxhall now, is there?
Aye, and a very fine one. And I did think we need a nice day out to turn our minds away from that terrible affair of the Catholics plotting to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And my niece does so love the cocks.
Doubtless, madam. And the gunpowder plot was indeed a terrible business.
They say it was the doings of a group of young Catholic nobles from the Midlands, do they not? And that the gunpowder was ferried across the Thames at Lambeth under cover of darkness. Doubtless, 'twas the very same boat I did tell you about, Dr. Foreman. And as I recall, 'twas your opinion that what I saw was naught but an idle fancy. On my honour, Dr. Foreman, I warrant you would not be so quick to dismiss my concerns now. Indeed, after this frightening affair with the gunpowder, many folks in Lambeth are paying heed to my warnings about Catholics and Continentals.
Doubtless, madam. But this day your concern should be your health. For I do remark that your eyes are red and irritated in appearance. And you seem troubled with a hacking
Have you caught something
For how
from
long
those
have you had
dirty
these
cocks,
Only
Mary?
these past few days, and as well as my eyes and my cough, I do also find it a trifle vexing to breathe.
Then let us now consult the stars. What ails Mistress Mary Payne?
She caught something off of dirty cocks. Currently suffering from bloodshot eyes, a condition characterised by red, itchy eyes. That's it? Your diagnosis? She's got red eyes. Current's lungs have been harmed by the inhalation of noxious odours. Ah! Hello, lovely! Oh my goodness. Hello, you lovely thing. Let me give you a shout out. Oh, you were doing art. Thank you for the raid, you wonderful little spud. Shine with Sheen has a little potato character that she streams with, and she sings to you when you raid her. I could attempt to sing to you. I'm not good. I don't. Let me see if I can get you a guinea pig instead of inflicting singing on you. I'll see if I can get you a piggy. Oh, that was a bit of a palaver. They were zooming. They were zooming today. Super speed guinea pigs. Remy, you say hello. Say, I am very fast, boy. I was running away. Mr. Remy. Say, hello, Sheen. Hello. Thank you for the raid. Oh, you're so good. You're so good, aren't you? You're such a good boy. Yeah. Remy is working very hard to be the shape of a giant potato. Yeah. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. And he also likes to pretend to be a capybara sometimes. He pulls a very good capybara face. You show your capybara face where you close your eyes like that. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Oh, you're enjoying your head rub now, aren't you? Now that you've been picked up, you're a happy boy. Oh, yeah, he's giving me a shove now. He says, okay, that's enough. Giving me a shove. Let me give you some lettuce for being a good boy. She's so suspicious of me. Okay. Oh, illness is temporary. Psychological. She's suffering from the green sickness, a disease that can provoke short-windedness owing to a build-up of venereal frustration. Am I accusing her of having venereal disease? Do you know what? Go hog. Let's insult her.
Madam, you are troubled with the green sickness. According to my medical reference, 'tis a rather unusual malady, occasioned by the accumulation of venereal frustrations that have not been evacuated from the body.
You've not been masturbating enough,
yes.
love.
This would cause the breathing problems you now seem to be experiencing, and as well as the alarming pallor you appear to be developing on your face. Now, it says here that treatment may be obtained by partaking of carnal pleasures from either...
Mercy! What is in you, Dr. Foreman? Never did I hear such filthy insinuations.
Joking!
On my word, I do apologise, madam. Indeed, it does appear that the green sickness is suffered only by young maidens, and you are not... Indeed, perchance I...
He's actually diagnosed her with a need to
down.
masturbate.
Doubtless there is a more ordinary explanation for your hold. What is that acrid odour?
Ew.
Methinks it does emanate from your clothing. Madam, have you been taking part in the anti-Catholic pogroms that Lambeth has witnessed these past days?
Pogroms?
The burning of houses and shops. The lynching of priests from trees upon Lambeth Green.
Mayhap I have, and what of it? You should be congratulating me and my ilk for keeping you safe, and for sending a clear message to those
She has
Catholics
gone
who
whole
plot against
hog
our
bigger.
Parliament and blow us up with
this woman
gunpowder.
dead.
Madam, these Catholics are our neighbours, our colleagues, and our friends.
I hope
beseech
you die
to
from not
consider your actions,
masturbating.
madam. Are not Catholics people too, just as we are? If you prick them, do they not bleed?
Aye, and their flesh does burn the same and all. I fear I do not follow your reasoning, Dr. Foreman.
Are they not subject to the same diseases, healed by the same cures as we are? And if not cured, then, alas, taken so soon.
He's thinking of his lover.
So needlessly. I did never have the chance to... Oh, my sweet Avis. Can you ever forgive me?
Is something the matter with you, Dr. Foreman? On my honour, you do seem most troubled. Mayhap you should be going to consult with a doctor yourself. God keep you well, Dr. Foreman.
Yeah, that woman you were
Blessed
picking on who
day.
died. I'm grieving for her. Okay. I have absolutely no recommendation from her. Mayhap we make a list of which shops and taverns are Catholic owned. Methinks our actions can be a trifle more organised.
Hear ye! Hear ye! London struck by plague.
The Great
Playhouses
Plague.
closed by order of the king. Hear ye!
Oh my god, the town crier dead. Be advised that if you experience any of the following plague symptoms, fever, abdominal pain, lumps on your groin, oozing foul pus, send word to local authorities and a team of carpenters will be dispatched to your place of residence to board up your house so you may not roam about infecting others. Please ensure dead loved ones are ready to be deposited in the plague cart when it passes each evening. Corpses deposited on the street outside the collection hours will incur a fine of 1 shilling. Ah, COVID. Brings back memories. Are you going to give me my medical license now? Are you going to give me my medical license?
Upon us he hath wrought his vengeance and justice, resting
Oh Lord, have a word with God. She's here. She's here. Let the song finish. Come on, girl. Come on. She's moving around. Oh, there she is. Topanga's come out. Good girl, Topanga. Let everybody see how pretty you are. Good girl. Yeah, let the raiders see you. She is nearly impossible to catch, to pick up. She is so fast. You're zoomy, aren't you? She was doing zoomies earlier. Kachansky, she's not going to leave you any. You need to come up if you want some. You do need to come up now. Come on, Kachansky. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Yay! Kachansky's here. There she is. So you've got the oldest one and the youngest one up here together now. Topanga is the little one and Kachansky is our lovely old lady. There we go. So you've seen everyone but Rogue. And Rogue was not having it. She was running around way too much. She does not want to be picked up. There we go. They're tucking in. Okay. And we are going... In fact, I'm drying out again. Okay. We are going back. I think we're finishing up.
God give you good day, Your Grace. How fare you this...
Know you whether the plague will reach as far as Lambeth? Have you seen it in the stars?
Ah, the plague that has begun to spread throughout London. Rest assured, Your Grace, if the plague does indeed reach Lambeth, the people of Lambeth will have me, Dr. Simon Foreman, at their service. My renowned strong water cure will doubtless be required.
I bid you, read the stars for me now. Will or will it not reach Lambeth?
Of course, as it pleases Your Grace. Let us see what the stars have to say. Will the London plague reach beyond the city walls to Lambeth?
The thing that ends the plague is... because that's 1665. And 1666 is the Great Fire of London. And that's what wiped it out. Because basically everything got burnt. So not many people got killed. But everything that it was festering in and was making it worse and exacerbating it got burnt. So it might not be him, but the fire does it. So they only have it for a year. I'm pretty sure it goes everywhere. This represents being out of touch with reality. The rumours of the plague reaching Lambeth are not credible. Death from the plague is God's punishment for our sins. This is more random history that I know. It starts in a baker's in Pudding Lane. The flour combusts. The flour in the air combusts. Oh my god, this is the first one with Capricorn in it that isn't something horrible. Patience. There we go. The Archbishop has nothing to fear from the plague, but he has to exercise patience and the threat will pass. It's the Archbishop's duty to stay in Lambeth to help fight the plague. Yeah, fight that plague. Punch that plague. Beat the plague up. That's how it works. Indicates calm, represents extreme unpredictable. Lambeth society may be peaceful now, but people can behave unpredictably during a grave health crisis. Really? That's a shocker. Really? The Archbishop must embark upon a voyage. So yeah, people are going to go do lally and not do anything to look after themselves or others. So why don't you leave the country? Let's do that one. Let's do that one.
The stars are most clear on the matter. Very clear indeed.
Then what do they say? Tell me!
Well, before I give you my answer, I would have your decision on
Give me
granting
my
me that
medical license
we spoke of on your previous visits. I am sorry, Your Grace, but I must insist upon it.
I would gladly do so, but I find my hands tied due to various episcopal and doctrinal... As I see you are determined not to let the matter rest, I will speak true. Some years ago, the Queen's physician, Dr. Richard Smith, did write me a letter on behalf of the College of Physicians. He warned me in the strongest terms against granting you a medical license. So you see, I cannot grant you a license without raising the ire of the College of Physicians.
But
now, Dr.
So ask them how to fix the plague.
You are thinking that a man of my position,
Thank you for the luck and thank you for the raid. I'm glad you got to see the piggies.
Should not be so easily put off by such a letter.
Do your post-stream
However, and methinks you know this from your own experience, the college is a terrifying organisation that will stop at nothing to get their way. One would be better off defying the Queen herself than the licensed doctors of London.
The Queen's dead!
For whilst our Lord God in heaven may be merciful, the College of Physicians is not.
Aye, verily. I must own that what you say is very true.
But mayhap I will furnish you with a letter of recommendation to the University of Cambridge.
Oh, it's a different one.
They may confer upon you a medical degree, and thereby a medical license.
I thank you, Your Grace.
Now, prithee, answer my question.
I have bad news, Your Grace. Lambeth will not escape the plague this time. Things are quiet now, but as I learned during the plague of 92, events may change apace. You must leave Lambeth before it's too late.
I feared as much. I must begin preparations for the removal of the palace household to Sussex.
Before you go, Your Grace, I believe you were intending to write me a letter of recommendation.
Well, indeed, I will reflect on the quality of advice you have given me over the years, and if I judge that you have acted with some skill, then I will have my chaplain draft you a letter of recommendation and have it sent to you. Good day, Dr. Foreman.
Your bloody chaplain doesn't do anything, apart from whatever he does for you that makes you like boys. That was the final... I would deliver a sermon on lessons we might learn from Noah and the flood. Okay, so I thank you for your recent submission of several letters of recommendation. I am pleased to inform you that these letters, of being sufficient quality and number, have been credited towards the obtention of a medical degree. Please find enclosure a license to practice medicine. I got enough letters of recommendation anyway.
Foreman gained a license to everyone's surprise. A true and proper doctor at last legitimized. But now he's risen not so far from whence he began. We'll be common folk still, see Foreman as our man.
And now everyone with the plague is going to come into his office. He's probably going to catch it and die.
You cannot board up my house! 'Tis not a plague house! You are mistaken! I do not have the plague! Let me out of here! Know you not who I am, you fools? I am Simon Foreman, Doctor of Astrology and Physic. Fie upon those ungrateful wretches. Have I not always been there for them when they needed me? Am I not the doctor who risked his life to cure them during the plague of '92, when all the other doctors and their high-born friends fled London and left them to die? Indeed, mayhap next time I will think again before risking my life in the service of the townsfolk, if this is the way I'm to be repaid. And forsooth, if my deeds are so easily forgotten by the living, what chance is there for my work to be remembered by generations to come? What will the world know of me once I'm gone?
Okay. So he got his license and then immediately got the plague. Awesome. Okay. Well-mannered lady. Violent event. Quietness. It speaks of quiet violence. It is acted by a genteel woman with hidden motives. Is this the Black Widow? I will be remembered for having given something valuable to a psychopath to hide somewhere. Forsooth, how strange. Whatever could that be? A potion comprised of costly ingredients. My name will be mentioned in court during a famous legal battle. Long time before my ingenious contributions are properly recognised by historians. Patience again. Good angels will ensure the manner of my death serve as a testament to the intelligence, accuracy and soundness of my methods as an authority in the field of astrological science. My relationship with myself will change when I embark upon a voyage to wit. My death will occur while travelling. I'm kind of curious about that one.
It seems I am to be remembered for being named in a case against two ladies who quietly killed someone, meaning they poisoned him. How monstrous! If such unsavoury tales are ever to be told, I pray thee do not overshadow my accomplishments, for my work is of great historical importance. And now that I have a medical license, not even the College of Physicians has the power to discredit me. But if I am to go forth into the world to make any further contributions to the advancement of medical science, I must find a way to pry these wretched boards off my front door. William! William!
William!
Fetch me a crowbar!
Okay. I did wish to know how I will be remembered in years to come. I judge that I'm to be remembered for being implicated in a murder. We still don't get to see William. I wanted to see Tasty William.
Long ago in England in 1592, there begins our tale, and all of it is true. Through all of London,
we never get to see how hot William is.
Covering folk in weeping sores and leaving thousands dead.
From towns and cities, doctors they did flee, leaving their patients to die in misery.
But one brave doctor stayed when all the cowards fled, might out to be because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Richard Reed, I think I know that name.
Use it on himself, then left his house to restore London's true health.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
I did that in 7 hours. I did that way longer than the time it was supposed to take.
Some details are a little vague, but
That was fun.
astrology and knows his strong water. So what if he be not a proper licensed doctor?
But then the doctors started to come back and saw themselves replaced by a man they call a quack. They said
This man has no medical degree. He treats his patients with bad astrology.
a true and truly ridiculous story.
I will pay no heed, he said, to those who scoff and laugh, for my satisfied patience will speak on my behalf. Simon,
It's still going. Is it on a loop? Is that why it's not finishing?
But we know he knows astrology and knows his strong water, so won't he be the proper licensed doctor?
It finished. That was 7 hours. That went on for longer than it was supposed to, but I really enjoyed that. I had so much fun. You were here for the whole thing, Cor. Thank you for keeping me company. We had fun, and we got her to kill the guy that irritated us, which was worth it.
Simon